And yes, very good afternoon. You're very welcome to St Brendan's Park here in Birr. Glorious conditions for this Tesco All-Ireland Under-16A Camogie final. It's Cork against Kilkenny, two great rivals coming to battle this afternoon. Really looking forward to this game. Near 30 degrees here in County Offaly today. Gorgeous afternoon. It's hot out here in the field. It's going to be hot as well once that ball is thrown in. My co-commentator this afternoon is former All-Ireland winner with Kilkenny, Paula Murphy. And Paula, just great to be here today. What a day for camogie.
It's going to be an unbelievable day, and I do definitely think it's going to be even hotter here on the pitch than the actual temperatures are showing. They haven't met each other all year. There was no league this year under 16, so everything is to play for, and should be a very interesting game. Yeah,
it certainly should. Both sides here on merit, I suppose, and when you get to a final then as well, it's all about kind of delivering on the day, isn't it? So the first 10 minutes is going to be important, isn't it?
Very important. I think it depends who hits the ground running fast enough. On this occasion, I have to say both teams, due to COVID, they've had a very short run in organising panels. That has to be taken into account of. But looking at the qualities of the semi-finals that we had last week, I think we're going to have two super teams playing a great game here today.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact the games are coming thick and fast, I suppose, from the girls' point of view, they want matches week on week, don't they?
Exactly. Matches week on week. We don't know. The thing is how injuries, I think I have heard musings that both sides have girls that are bringing injuries into the match. It'll be interesting to see how long people last with their injuries and also with this intense heat. Water breaks again are going to be integral to the whole game. How we react to that break in play, it'll tell a lot on both teams.
It certainly will, yeah. I think we might need a few of them above the stand as well today, but pitch in absolutely brilliant order as always here in Birr as well,
fabulous pitch, fabulous location. It'll be very interesting to see. The grass seems a little bit higher than I suppose we'd be used to in the Kilkenny side of things, but we won't complain. It'll see how people adapt to the conditions, both underfoot and overfoot.
Yeah, we're here, that's the main thing. So everything on the line for this All-Ireland title, Cork against Kilkenny. And I suppose once you get to a final, that trophy is up there, and that's what the two teams are vying for. And great to have the few fans back in the ground as well today, Paula.
Brilliant to see a nice crowd here, considering the heat that's in it, and there's a lot of other attractions on at the moment. I suppose the other thing that we need to be very mindful of is that for a lot of these girls, it's their first time playing in an All-Ireland competition. Yeah. And that's a big occasion, so there's bound to be a few nerves starting off, but I'm sure they'll get there. It's all about attitude and work rate, and you'll see that today, and who can last the pace the longest.
Yeah, certainly, because that heat is savage, and I suppose, as you say, it's getting past that settling down stage, and then there's some great talent on both sides, and should be a really entertaining game.
Definitely. After the two semi-finals, Cork went really well against Galway. Kilkenny had a couple of slip-ups and hiccups against Tipperary, but still managed to win out convincing winners. If I was a betting lady, I wouldn't put money on either of them.
Right. You wouldn't rule out extra time, so? Or replay,
for their sakes, I'd be saying no, but extra time or replay, you wouldn't know anything could happen today.
Who knows? Well, we're almost ready to rock. We'll deliver the team news very, very shortly indeed, but throw in here at St Brendan's Park in Birr is fast approaching. We're underway at 4:30. Okay. Yes, welcome back to Birr. We've taken up position in the stand now. We're away from the almost the dead heat of the pitch for this All-Ireland Under-16A Camogie final. It's Kilkenny against Cork. Both sides warming up, and I think it's there's no need of too much of a warm-up, I suppose, in that heat today, but just getting the handling of the sliotar and shooting at the goal. So I suppose, Paula, just getting maybe those nerves out of the system as throw-in approaches.
Definitely, getting the nerves out of the system. And one observation that I'm just watching, just from the Cork players taking their shots, a lot of long-range shots being taken, so I wouldn't be surprised if they spent a lot of time today popping those balls over the bar and sort of keep those energy levels, under control and conserve as much energy as possible.
Yeah, and it probably is a day for, I know it's a cliche, but it's probably a day for maybe direct hurling, direct camogie, as in leave the ball do the work, because running in that heat, that's going to sap the energy out of you, isn't it?
Exactly, and I do think it's going to definitely be it's a 20-player game today. I wouldn't be surprised if you see the utilisation of a lot of subs popping in and out. Again, as I said, we don't know with regard to underlying injuries as to how people are fixed. But I can tell you, this weather and today will test people very quickly. So it'll be interesting to see how it pans out.
It certainly will indeed. So we will take you through the team lineups, and we will start with Cork, who are away to our right, warming up. Of course, they're under Donny Daly there at Bonishore. So in goal is Jill Connaughton, a full backline of Amy O'Sullivan, Sinead Hurley and Caoimhe O'Donoghue. Millie Condon, who captains the side, Keely Goulding and Edel Sheehan in the half back line. It's Ellen Crowley and Ava Fitzgerald teaming up with Lorna Porca. Half forward line of Grania O'Mahony, Fiona Tuig, who's the joint captain actually, and Shauna Sheehan on the number 12 position. And the inside trio for the Rebelettes this afternoon is Caoimhe Sheehan, Emily O'Donoghue on the edge of the square, and Grace Finn at number 15. So plenty of talent on that Cork lineup, Paula, no doubt, and obviously big win over Galway in the semi-final last week.
Definitely. Caoimhe Sheehan last week scored 1-3, which is a nice tidy score for any forward, and they seem to be motoring very well in the middle of the field. It'll be interesting to see how they can keep up that pace and intensity. I do know they did a lot of running with the ball last week and attacking, from deep straight through the middle channels. So whether that'll function today might work for a quarter and then regroup and another quarter and see how it goes. Will be very interesting.
It certainly will indeed. Kilkenny, who are away to our left-hand side, just in their final huddle, will line out as follows. Ali Kennedy in between the posts, a full back line of Shifra Megan, Mary O'Keefe and Laura Phelan. The half back line, number 17, Angela Carroll comes in there in place of Emma Corr. Sophia Kerr, who captains the team at centre back alongside Lucy Welch. Rose Kelly and Anna Downey team up Lorna Porca. Half forward line of Amy Cody, Ava Brett and Rachel Dowling. And the inside trio for Kilkenny this afternoon, Rachel Dowling of Lauren Ronan, I should say, of St. Bridget's, Caoimhe Kerr Murta and Ciara Dunn at top of the left. So plenty of talent in that team as well, and some great links, I believe, Paula, in terms of relations of Kilkenny greats and Kilkenny stars.
You would, with regard to, I suppose, Angela Carroll, who's coming in there at wing back. Angela should be well up for today. She would be a granddaughter of Ted Carroll, who previously would have been chairperson of the Kilkenny County Board in hurling. We also have Caoimhe Kerr Murta, who's Eddie Kerr's granddaughter, down from the Orange Steag. And then you have Lauren Ronan, who is Adrian Ronan, who's one of the mentors of the team, would have heard with Kilkenny. That's his daughter playing corner forward. But it's no good having a name unless we can live up to the name, and hopefully Kilkenny at the end of the day, the girls will go right from today. I do believe there's great ability within this team, but again they're going to face the same battles as Cork are facing here today with regard to the temperature, and it's getting hotter here by the minute, and I don't know if that's just the weather or whether it's the actual tension in between the two teams. Yeah,
it certainly is, and I just see John Dermody, the match referee from Westmeath, having a slug of water as well before, and so for the officials as well, I suppose for everyone involved now, it's going to be roasting. 28 degrees here in County Offaly, so not quite too far off the 30. I think it nearly hit 30 in your own county, Kilkenny. Yesterday, Paul, I was there for Waterford and Laois, but we'll pause for the moment and stand up for our national anthem, our Rona Veen, on this All-Ireland Under-16A Camogie Championship final afternoon. So there you have it, plenty of noise in the stand. We said there might only be a few supporters here, but they're certainly making their voices heard this afternoon. Glorious conditions, it's almost unbelievable, almost 30 degrees here. But Cork and Kilkenny, final few words now. They're in their two huddles, and I suppose, Paula, the work is done at this stage now. Just throw it in, isn't it?
I suppose just to get out there and get started, I'd say, at this stage. As I said earlier on, it's the first All-Ireland for a lot of these girls. I can imagine that the nerves are starting to build up. I'd say John Dermody is trying to get things going as well, because he's probably feeling the heat in the middle of the field. And hopefully we just have a good game, a good competitive and sporting game. Yeah, let's hope so indeed. It looks like Kilkenny are going to be playing from right to left in the opening half, and
I suppose it's a perfect afternoon for her. No breeze, nothing there, no factors of that. It's just go out and I suppose let these teams at it, isn't it?
Let the ball do the work. I think it'll be the big thing on both sides, but it is just going to be interesting. I'm just checking to see if there's any positional switches on the Kilkenny team, but they all seem to be playing as listed, as we call out.
Cork breaking away, plenty of noise there in their familiar red. It's Kilkenny in their proud and traditional black and amber. Of course, big win for Kilkenny, winning another Leinster title last night in the hurling, getting the better of Dublin, back in another All-Ireland semi-final. Can their Camogie side, their under 16 side, add more glory this afternoon and pick up silverware? I'm sure Cork will have a thing or two to say about that as their goalkeeper Jill Connaughton makes her way down to the far down goal. Away to our left, referee is John Dermody of Westmeath, and this under 16A final is about to get underway here in the glorious sunshine of Birr in County Offaly. Ball in game on. I think he kind of barely just the sliotar his hands were so sweaty it slipped out of his hand, but Kilkenny go into an early attack. It's route one inside, looking for the run of Claire Murta inside. Is she going to win this one? It's out off her line. Is Jill Connaughton. Brave goalkeeping there, but the clearance is not a great one. It's only out as far as the Kilkenny player on the far over side of the field, breaking that tackle or trying to do so. Lovely crossfield ball, high up into the air. Up they go. This one is battle back down there. Amy O'Sullivan of Cork trying to get her hands on that, but it's a Kilkenny player who has the ball. Is she fouled? Referee says play on. It's back with Kilkenny again. The centre forward tried to get the effort in there. That was Ava Brett. She was well blocked down. Battle for possession there on the 21 metre line on the D as Kilkenny go forward. Ball flicked off inside. Danger here for the Cork defence. Was that a free? Referee has the whistle. Well, I thought he had the whistle. It does give the free in eventually there. There was a lot of toing and throwing, but Kilkenny throwing that ball around well, I suppose, Paul, and engineering the first free of the afternoon.
Actually, interesting to see is that number 5, Millie Contant, is man marking Lauren Ronan, so she has drifted back into the corner. Also, number 12 for Cork, Shauna Sheen from Mirog, has drifted his back out in midfield. So there's some positional changes. So obviously Cork have done their homework and doing a bit of man marking.
They certainly have, and Kilkenny have a chance to open the scoring 21 metres out on the left-handed strike by Amy Cody, I believe it is, on the far over side with the opening score of the afternoon. 1 minute and 20 seconds gone, and an opening score for Kilkenny, who take the lead here. Seamus Kelly with the Bonashore bib underneath us, the Kilkenny manager. In fact, it was Lauren Ronan, in fact, who hit that opening score. Apologies for that. Yeah, the Kilkenny numbers on the jerseys are testing, but Paul, I'm sure you'll be well able to help us out on that score. As Kilkenny,
there's no problem with the visibility of the numbers, but I wouldn't be biased at all.
Kilkenny have it again on the far over side of the field. Route one down the line, out in front of the player there. Oh, well flicked away there. Good defending by the Cork full-back. That was well taken there by Sinead Hurley, the Sarsfield player, but her clearance, severe pressure there by Kilkenny, turned over there. It's going to be a line ball on the far over side. Justin Heffernan of Wexford is the linesman on the far over side, and both teams just trying to settle into it. 2 minutes gone, and already players, you'd imagine, feeling the heat, Paul.
I'd say straight away, feeling it straight away. I do see the Cork are playing the tactic whereby they are opening it up down the centre for whereby they're pulling the centre back out to the wings, leaving it wide open straight through. So obviously they're still thinking about going down the central line like they did against Galway.
This line ball is going to be taken by Sinead Hurley, far over side of the field. Pretty deserted bank on the far over side, but you certainly want the sun cream on if you're over there this afternoon. It's another line ball. This time it's going to Kilkenny. Close proximity there as Adele Sheehan tried to keep it in, but it's going to be a line ball to Kilkenny on the far over side of the field. So 2 sidelines in the early stages. Are they going to work this one short, or is it going to be driven in long? It's a great connection. And this one slips through the hand of the Cork full back into the goalkeeper there, but Jill Connaughton was very alert to that one, and it's a sharp clearance by her off her right hand side. Out in front of her player here is Caoimhe Sheehan. This player has plenty of pace. Great defending there. What a block down that was there by the Kilkenny midfielder. That came in from Rose Kelly. Kilkenny have it back, and they go forward again in the shape of Amy Cody. Route one stuff by Kilkenny, well gathered inside, but just cut off by the Cork defence. Battle for possession right in that centre of the D. Cork are driving out with this ball. Sinead Hurley, she's got her hands on a lot of ball in the early stages. Off her right hand side. Who's going to win this one? Right in front of our commentary position. Very close to the ground. Was it off the ground? Referee says the ball was bouncing. Driven back with interest by Rose Kelly. Breaking ball inside. It's going to come to a Kilkenny player. There's a player inside. If the hand pass can go to hand, it doesn't do so though, as Kilkenny try to win it back, and it's Cork who clear their lines. It's not a great clearance, only out as far as Rose Kelly again. Offloads inside to the centre forwards, and the effort comes in from Brett, but it's batted down inside again by Jill Connaughton, and the Cork goalkeeper relieving clearance, but only out to a Kilkenny player in the far over side. They play the 1-2, the shot comes in off the right hand side. Huge delivery, and it's gone over the bar. Super score there by Rachel Dowling. Great strike there by the wing forward from Dixborough. Got some latitude, and she must have been a good 45 metres out and floated that over nicely, Paula.
Beautiful point over, and Anna Donny was very unfortunate with the one that dropped short. Some great tussling going on in between Caoimhe O'Donoghue and Caoimhe Kerr-Murtaugh there in the full back of the forward line.
Very close to the sideline here. Linesman says the ball is still in play. Who's going to win this one? It's the Cork centre forward who has it. That's Fiona Toohey, the giant captain, trying to get room there to swing that early. But there's no room, there's no inch being given. You wouldn't expect so in an All-Ireland final. But it's back with the Cork centre forward as well. Trying to burrow her way forward. Look at the pressure. The Kilkenny backs and indeed the midfielders are executing. This one is down the line, but it's going to be cut off inside by the Kilkenny defence there. They're battling for possession. Very close to the corner. Booted out there by Laura Phelan. Trying to get hands on the ball. It's back with the Cork midfielder. Ellen Crowley has the ball very close to the sideline, but the referee, the end line I should say, seems to be given a free in, is it? Pushing the back there, and the umpire had signalled wide, but obviously the referee had spotted an infringement. Free in, a chance for Cork to register their opening score, Paula.
Definitely. Kilkenny needs to be very much aware of the runners there. I'm afraid the Cork girl wasn't aware of it, but on the far side, number 10, Grania O'Mahony, had made a run straight through, and luckily enough, Anna Donny picked it up just at the last moment. But if the ball had been popped across, would have been in severe problems.
It is going to be a free in to Cork on the 21-metre line, but it's away to the right-hand side of the post there. Very, very difficult, and this was not an easy one for a free taker. You maybe want one in front of the goal to start, but it's not going to be an easy one for Grania Finn, the Father O'Neill's player, but she's a confident player. Chance to open Cork's account here, and Burr off her right-hand side curls it over beautifully. We were questioning it wasn't an easy one, but she showed nerves of steel as such there. Coolness personified, fires it over the bar. 6 minutes gone. Kilkenny 2 points, Cork 1 point.
Made it look very easy there, Grania Finn.
And the Kilkenny goalkeeper, Ali Kennedy, is not hanging around. She gets on with it very, very quickly. Great first touch there by Millie Condon, and she drives out with the ball. The player from Balance-McCarthy as Cork go forward again. One hand first touch didn't come up. They should always say put two hands in a hurley. Kilkenny are going to turn this ball over. They do so at the heart of their own backline, and they're driving out with this ball, crossing their own goal. Oh, it's not a great clearance though. Only into the throat of Caoimhe Sheehan. She goes forward. Chance of the equaliser off her right hand side, and it's gone over the bar. The umpires nod to one another to say put up the white flag. Over the bar it goes. That's both Cork corner forwards. Now off the mark, Caoimhe Sheehan. They're first to come from play, but poor clearance there by the Kilkenny corner. Laura Phelan, I think it was, punished there by the Cork corner forward.
It is really a ding-dong battle. It seems to be going from one end to the other. It's ebbing and flowing. I don't know how they can keep up this pace and intensity.
Bit of space now for Rachel Dowling on the far overside, turning and twisting off her left-hand side. This will be some score if it goes over. Rachel Dowling, the keeper, is looking up at it, and it's gone over the bar. What a score that is by Rachel Dowling. If you've seen that in Croke Park last night, you'll be talking about it for 2 weeks. What a score off her left-hand side. Floated it over. Delicious score. That's her first of the afternoon, but certainly brilliant score.
She got a couple of points the last day towards the end of the match. The same type of points, fabulous ones. So obviously her confidence must be on a high.
Great long range striking early stages here. There's no quarter given her ass. We have 7 minutes gone. The 7 minutes has flown by so far in this under 16A Camogie final. 3-2 Kilkenny lead. Cork have it though. They're going goalwards. It's the big full forward. It's Emily O'Donoghue. Can she get room to swing the stick there? It's turned over by the Kilkenny defence, and they're breaking out with this ball. Seems to be that's Angela Carroll, who of course started instead of Emma Carr, was back there very close to the end line there. The umpire's having a good look at it. Is he going to signal a wide ball? Cork are there. Corner forward for Cork is Grace Finn. Tries to pick this ball up very close to the end line, trying to burrow her way through there. She's surrounded by a wall of black and amber jerseys very close to the sideline. Can Cork get this one in their hand? It's turned over by Kilkenny. They're driving out with the ball. Referee is very close to it, but Cork have it back. Swings the diagonal ball across to Grania O'Mahony. Chance to hit the equaliser off her right hand side. It's over the bar. Great scoring by both sides. Highly entertaining so far. That's a brilliant score by Grania O'Mahony. Everyone seemed to be sucked over in the corner, recycled it back out, and O'Mahony fired it over.
Exactly, fabulous point, I'd say. And they need to watch it for those long-range points, as we were talking about before.
Cut off by Caoimhe O'Donoghue inside. It's a long-range clearance by Caoimhe, but well cut out at the other end by Kilkenny.
By Sophia Kerr there.
And Sophia does very well off her left-hand side. That's great place by Kerr. Plays the ball down the line. Sharpness personified here by Kilkenny in the shape of Caoimhe Kerr-Murtaugh, granddaughter, of course, of the legendary Eddie Kerr, of course, who's here up in the stand. And at this stage, we want to say hello to Eddie Kerr's son, Eamon, who's watching in Australia. He's tuned in from Australia this afternoon. Referee says, go on, play on, no whistle. He's certainly keeping the whistle in the lips today. That's John Dermody of Westmeath. The fans getting a bit frustrated, but play on, he says. Cork have possession now. It's with their lively wing forward again. Sheehan going forward, but this one is flicked away from her. Kilkenny break out with the ball. It's a long relieving clearance. by Kilkenny, and the midfielder has it now. That's Anna Dohney off her right-hand side. Well cut off over on the far over side. Edel Sheehan, the air oak there. Slid her glue to the hurley. She's being pursued, but she still manages to get the strike in on top of the full forward line. Cork may win this breaking ball. It's 3 against 3 inside. Can they get the ball in their hands? Kilkenny doing their damnedest to get this one out of there. The Cork player has it. Is she pushed in the back? Can she get room to swing the hurley? Pop pass as far as Emily O'Donoghue. Can she get the shot away? Great defending there by Kilkenny. They're back there in numbers. They're driving out with this ball very close to the end line, but the clearance comes in. It's picked up again inside there by the full back. That's Sinead Hurley, who's way out from her full back position. Chance for Cork to shoot back into the lead. And the umpires nod to one another to say, put up the white flag. It's over the bar, and it's another score for the corner forwards. We've a Sheehan.
Yeah, very. Kilkenny seems to be under a bit of pressure there, but it's definitely going from one end to the other. There's no break in the play. Full back line seems to be on severe pressure on both ends.
Oh, what a catch that is. Plucked out of the air there. Superb hurling there in the middle of the field by Cork's Aidan Fitzgerald. Cut off inside though by the Kilkenny fullback. That's Mary O'Keefe. Sprays it down the line. Bit of space here now for the midfielder. That's Rose Kelly getting her hands on a lot of ball early on. This one could slip inside there. The Cork goalkeeper's coming off her line, but she leaves it to her cornerback. We've O'Donoghue, obviously the call was there, the signal was there, the communication was good, and it's a long relieving clearance. Very good ball out there, but it's just misinterpreted there by both sets of players. Cork have it back on the far over side. It's Keely Goulding. Big long relieving clearance for Cork. Danger moment here. Kilkenny goalkeeper off her line. Is she fouled? Seems to be. Referee says Ali Kennedy was pushed there illegally, so the tackle there. Well spotted by John Dermody there. I don't think there's any arguments over that one. Blatant foul there, and chance to draw a breath there, Paula.
I'd say it has been non-stop. I see Sophia Kerr is down injured there at the moment. She got a little knock there about 2 or 3 minutes ago. It doesn't seem to have recovered from it properly. That could be very detrimental to Kenny to lose their centre back at this early. Yeah. Hopefully it's nothing serious. I think the girls are delighted to have a break too, because it's going from end to end. There's no break. I don't know how they're going to be able to keep up this level of intensity. Yeah, it's certainly really tough going indeed in that heat. 4 points to 3, 11 and a half minutes almost gone here at St Brendan's Park in Birr. Kilkenny player just receiving treatment, as I say. Sophia Kerr, the captain there, who's a wholehearted player, but both sets of sides you can see already taking an opportunity to get a quick drop of water, because it's just so hot there today, and I can see everyone, they have the ice buckets there and everything, they've everything ready, and in fairness, just to get an early sup of water as well, they certainly need that. But what I'm really impressed with is the level of fielding from both teams. There has been some fabulous catches and some fabulous points scored that I think you wouldn't see in Croke Park.
No, you wouldn't, yeah. And both teams are adopting that Route 1 policy of, as you say, it's probably not a day for this running game. You know, leave it inside. Correct. The inside forwards are inside. They'll do the damage. So picking herself up very gingerly there is Sophia Kerr, the Connaughey centre back. Has all the skills in the game, and that is going to be a free out to Kilkenny. It's going to be taken by, I think it's Mary O'Keefe, the fullback, or is it...
No, Laura Phelan.
Laura Phelan, sorry, I should say the cornerback. Drives it down the throat of that Cork defence. There's plenty of red jerseys back there, and putting on the afterburners there is the Cork player. She's fouled, and she gets on with it a bit too quickly, though, according to John Dermody. Referee says bring it back. That's Keely Goulding of Rockban, proud camogie and great club in Cork.
She's after clearing up the last 2 or 3 balls. If Kilkenny they need to neutralise her on some level, whether that means that they take her out of position or else just not stop sending the ball straight down the middle. Sinead
Hurley just picking this ball up, just getting 2 or 3 catches of it, and steadies herself. Is going to launch this one, you'd imagine, in around the Kilkenny square. 13 minutes gone in the opening half. It's Cork shading it. 4 points to 3. Glorious sunshine here in Birr. 28 degrees for this All-Ireland final. As this ball is driven in, it's a fine connection by the Cork full-back. It's going to drop around the square. This one could be very, very dangerous. Well gathered there by Ali Kennedy and the Kilkenny player. And the wine gap there. The pass was a bit loose one, and Cork may well turn this over. There's a push at the back, says the referee. The player fouled is Grania finish. She went down. I think she just tried to play it back, and Laura Phelan probably just had her hand in the back. It was probably not something that she meant to do, I suppose. Referee right on the spot, free into Cork.
You're going to have a lot of those today. It's the intensity level. You can actually feel even in the crowd that every ball that they're going for, everybody's hunting in packs. You're going to have these frees. And a lot of it depends on how strict John is with the frees. I think he's doing a fair enough job. He's letting it flow. So we can't complain on either side.
Yeah, and Grania Finn won that free herself, and she drove it over with interest, so it's another point for her. 5-3, and Cork extend their lead here in Burr. Kilkenny have this one on the far over side. It's their full forward there. Cleva Clare Murta not getting her hands on the ball though. Cleared back with interest by Sinead Hurley. She's been a real rocket full back for Cork so far. Driven back with interest, but that's well turned over on the other end of the field by Kilkenny. Long relieving clearance for them down the line. Both sides seeking All-Ireland glory here in this live coverage of the All-Ireland Under-16 A final this afternoon. Trying to break through that tackle there is Ava Brett, the centre forwards from St. Bridget's, and you could see she had a player outside her in the shape of Amy Cody, but she wasn't being left go forward there. Referees gave an advantage for a couple of seconds, not in a croon, back for the free.
Exactly, and it gives the girls a little time to catch their breath as well. And the intensity levels out there are quite high at the moment.
Amy Cody right underneath her commentary position. It's a good connection by the wing forward, and she wheels away knowing that that's her, that she connected well with that one. It's her opening score of the afternoon. Great strike by the Glenmore player. Famous club, of course, in Kilkenny, in the Cody name. So famous as well with Kilkenny, Paula.
Exactly. I don't think she's related, but Amy will be a proficient handballer, All-Ireland level as well. As quite a good promoter there.
Struck that one well. That's well gathered by Grania O'Mahony in the far over side. Another player who has pace to burn, but well read. Brilliantly read there by Sophia Kerr, and the centre back for Kilkenny. The captain drives away with it off her left hand side, but she only puts it down her opposite centre back. That's well read inside. Great cornerback play there by Caoimhe O'Donoghue of Bishopstown. Batted back down there. This one going to be picked up by Shauna Sheehan. She has got there ahead of her marker, and that was Angela Carroll. Relieves it down the line as far as the Cork forwards inside, but Kilkenny backs are sticking to their guns there. Was that a loose hurley on Laura Phelan? I think the referee agrees. He agrees that there was a loose connection there, and I think at this stage he's going to call for the water break, and you'd certainly need plenty of them this afternoon. There's a few Cork supporters scattered on the far over side. They look like they have the suntan on. Factor 50 needed, I think, this afternoon here in Burr, but we have hit the first half water break. You can note on your screen as well that the clock will stop on the water break. 15 minutes and 52 seconds. 5-4, and rousing reception from both supporters here. Just a 1 point game, and both teams really going at it, Paula.
They really are going at it very strong. I do feel that for the last few minutes Cork have had the upper hand in the game. The half-back line for Cork seems to be controlling it very well. The centre-back there, Sinead Hurley, and the centre-back, Keely Goulding, and the full-back, Sinead Hurley, are having fabulous games. Anything high coming in, they're well able to manage it. Again, it's not a day for the running game, which is what Kilkenny probably would prefer. So it'll be a case as to how we actually neutralise that and get that ball in there quicker. Because as such, our full-forward line of Lauren Ronan, Ciara Dunn and Caoimhe Clare Murta haven't really got that much play. Got it in the first few minutes, that's when we got our points up. But since then, things seem to have quietened down. But on the other end, the full back line are actually holding it out. There was many chances there I think there was about 2-3 chances for goals. They're after holding it out, and I think if you can get over the initial wave and tide of the Cork tide coming in, there's hope for you. But they'll have their hands full for the next quarter. Yeah, they certainly will indeed, and it really is tough going in that heat as Donny Daly and Seamus Kelly, the respective managers, have their quick couple of words with the girls. I can see some of them have the ice packs on their backs and on their heads as well, just to cool themselves down. We could do with some ice maybe up here as well. Paula, come the end of this one. It's great entertainment so far. It's Cork shading at 5-4 here in St. Brendan's Park in this Under-16 All-Ireland, and I suppose the championship, it was really fast-paced. The minute it was, it went round and round, and last weekend they came through their respective semi-finals. But I suppose that's what these players want. It's been a fast run-in, but it's All-Ireland final day. They're going to give it everything. If we go back historically, 2 years ago to 14, Cork would have won the All-Ireland Blitz. Kilkenny would have actually been knocked out and not even got to the semi-final stage. So it all depends on how things, looking on that paper, Cork should be streets ahead, but I think there's nothing in it. There's only a puck of the ball, there's only points in it, anything can happen, and it's been a very enjoyable game in Camogie so far.
It certainly has indeed, yeah. Wherever you're tuned in, we hope you are enjoying it. You got a shot of the Glimpse of the Cup, which is just located literally behind our commentary position this afternoon, where Tomas and Willie, our cameraman and streaming operators, are situated this afternoon. And we are going to have this puck out. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember now where the ball stopped there myself. I think it's going to be a free out. Yeah, it is indeed, because Laura Phelan was fouled on the far over side, and it is the aforementioned Phelan from John Locks who's going to cross to take this one. Going to hit it off her right hand side to put Kilkenny back on the attack. 5-4, Cork shading it so far. And Kilkenny will try and get this ball down the field and go in search of an equaliser. We said it would be tight and tense. That's how it's proven to be here in the intense heat of County Offaly, but she pucks it right down the throat there of Ava Fitzgerald, driven back with interest by Cork. What a catch that is on the far overside. Lovely route one hurling by the Rebelettes. It's Gráinne O'Mahony who has the ball now. She tries to go forward. First touch leaving her down. She gets it on the second, trying to burrow her way forward there. Referee says, go on, play on, you have the ball. Great tackling there, great disciplined tackling by the Kilkenny backs as well. But this one is thrown down the line. Well cut out though inside by the Kilkenny player. Cork are battling in possession there. It's Ellen Crowley trying to get her hands on the ball. Referee says though it was handled on the ground. It's going to be a free in by the Kilkenny full back there. It was Maria O'Keefe who seemed to be a judge to have handled on the ground very close. Look, John Dermody I suppose is in the better position, and Paula, he said it's going to be a free in.
Free in, some fabulous feeding there by Fiona Tuig there. Caught a lovely ball and drove it in and put severe pressure on the Kilkenny backs, as he's doing very well.
It's going to be a free into Cork, and Gráinne Finn hoping to add to her tally off her right hand side. She got a similar one in the early stages, but this one goes just across the face of the goal. And commentators curse maybe on that one. Just sometimes that happens. She snatches and it drifts across. And unfortunately, from Cork's point of view, that's what happened Gráinne Finn on that occasion, Paula.
I have a feeling it's going to be tight margins, and these are the things that we cannot afford to, that Cork or Kilkenny cannot afford to miss. So they make it very interesting if there's only a point in it at the end. Battle
for possession on the far overside, and yeah, the same thing we talked about earlier on about that pushing in the back there. It was Ava Brett who got there out in front of her marker, and Keely Goulding, even though there was no real intent in doing it. I suppose it's just, you know, the white heat of battle. Sometimes it brings you maybe that over-anxiousness in the tackling, and a chance for Kilkenny to hit an equaliser. And just looking at her screen, looks like Rachel Dowling, a chance to add to her tally. She's literally over on the sideline there, the far overside, halfway between the 45 and 65 metre line. Hartley tops this ball, but it's still dangerous. Could be dropping around the square. Could be a goal chance here for Kilkenny. Can they get room to swing the stick? She's trying to go forward. Is she fouled? Referee says she overcarried the ball. It's going to be a free out. Ball is thrown back in there. In fairness, great disciplined tackling by Cork there as Cueva Kerr-Murta tried to go in. And in fairness, you'd have to say it was great disciplined tackling by Cork. If she went down, maybe she might have got the penalty, but you'd have to say great defending there by Cork.
Brilliant defending. Obviously, Cork had done their homework from the last day. Had seen the damage that Cueva had done the last day against Tipperary, and they had her well marshalled. She didn't really have any options, and she's the type of player.
Now, this is very, very interesting, Paula, because I think Cork took that free very quickly. Referee didn't like it, so it's going to be a throw in the 21 metre line. This ball could break anywhere. But Cork have it back again. They had the free out a few moments ago, but now they have the ball and away they come. Slitter glued to the hurley. Lovely balance and control by the wing back Millie Connon, but she's well hooked. What a hook that was there by Lauren Ronan, the corner forward for Kilkenny. Cork are back there in numbers. That's Shauna Sheehan. Good relieving clearance for the Rebels. Very, very close to the sideline. Is it still in? Yes, says the linesman. As Cork go forward, trying to burrow her way forward there as the centre forward. The joint captain, Fiona Tuig. Linesman has his flag up though, says the ball is gone. The Cork management team pretty incensed with that decision. Looked like maybe the ball was still in, but the linesman says the ball is out. Line ball to Kilkenny, but Fiona Tuig not too happy with that decision, Paula.
I'd say, and the Cork management not too impressed here, but I suppose this is part and parcel of the game. You just have to accept the decision of the referee and the linesman, because if you do say anything, it's only going to go against you.
Referee making sure both sets of players are back the requisite distance. It's going to be taking the line cut for Kilkenny. That is taken by Anna Dohney. Blocked down there again. Great example there of the skills of the game there. It was the number Cueva Sheehan who got the block on there. It was the initial effort was hit by Amy Cody, but it is going to be another line ball, and the referee there is talking to the Cork corner forward. They're pretty incensed with that. I don't know, is it something she said to the linesman there? It's a bit of verbals.
No, she kicks the ball away. So I just think he's putting down a marker. I think the same I'd imagine for the Kilkenny teams. He's just not taking any guff.
So it's the first yellow card of the afternoon issued by John Dermody, the Westmeath official. He didn't have too far to travel to Birr this afternoon. But Cueva Sheehan picking up what was a needless enough yellow card. We'll follow the play. It's driven back, that line ball. Cut off inside by Cork. That's their wing back. Idel Sheehan off her right hand side. It's another line ball. Linesman has been very busy in the last few minutes. Everything is really on this side. That's 3 line balls in the last 9 minutes, so that's going to be taken by the Kilkenny midfielder.
Anna Dohney there from Tullaroan.
Yeah, Tullaroan, of course, another famous club in Kilkenny of the legendary Tommy Welch. Won an All-Ireland title, of course, a couple of years ago back in Croke Park. But it's all about the camogie this afternoon. And she gets on with this one. Anna Dohney with a lovely line ball. Kilkenny trying to win the ball inside. They have the ball in the hand. It's with the centre forward. That's Ava Brett off her left hand side. This will be some score. The angle is tight. but the umpires nod to, yes, they are putting up the white flag. We were waiting for a few moments to see it, but I think from our commentary position we were saying that was certainly on target, and he put up the white flag. Super score there with the centre forward.
Oh, very fast player, very fast player. If she gets the legs on the back, they're in trouble.
Super score there by the centre forward from St. Bridget's. Battle for possession on the far over side. That's turned over by Angela Carroll on the far over side, but it's only back to a Cork player. Both sets of backs there having their dominant spells. That's driven back by Millie Condon. Millie Condon even, she's got hands on the ball a lot of times in this opening half. Good use of the hand pass there by Kilkenny to the centre back. Sophia Kerr reads the game so well, so good at anchoring that centre half back position. Bypasses a couple of players here, but it's mopped up there by the red jerseys. Are back there in numbers. Lovely sidestep there by Kelly Goulding, and Cork get on with this ball. They have possession going forwards. Effort inside. This could be very, very dangerous. Lovely control there by the full forward, very, very close to the end line. Kilkenny are back there in numbers as well, as we await to see who'll come out with this ball. It's with the Cork full forward. It's with Emily O'Donoghue. Off her left hand side, sprays it completely across the other end of the field. But was that going to be carrying too much pace? It certainly was. It's going to be picked up by the Kilkenny wing forward on the far over side. That player is Rachel Dowling. Now a bit of space here. What's the first touch like? It's very, very good. Exquisite stuff from Kilkenny. Now a bit of space for Anna Donny. The midfielder opens the legs and drives this ball in, but it's just a wrong target there. Pumps the legs there, and in frustration though, just the clearance is driven back with interest by Cork. It's with their centre forward, Fiona Twohig. Chance for her to score. This is a good effort inside. Very, very close there. And it's gone over the end line and harmlessly wide. But it could have been oh so close had Cork got their ball in the hands there.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of missed chances. Maybe the occasion is getting to the girls. They need to relax a bit. But on one end, Ronnie O'Mahony is completely free, number 10. If it had been played too far past her. And the same then at the other end where Anna Donny had in past Leah Brett. And it sort of just left everything up in the air. Cork are attacking again straight through.
They are indeed.
Ava Fitzgerald.
And it's Ava Fitzgerald with the ball, but she's pass was a bit loose, but it still falls to her teammate. That's Fiona Twohig. Can she get room to swing the? Come on, she's going forward. Turns to her trusty left hand side and fires it in, and fires this one over the bar. Cork shoot back into the lead. First score of the afternoon for Fiona Twohig, the player from Valley Rovers, weaving this way and that. Got a bit of latitude off her left hand side, shortened the grip, fired over a great score.
And she is physically strong. When she's running, very hard to tackle, and she's well able to shake off those tackles.
She certainly is indeed. This ball is pumped up. Kilkenny player changing her hurley there. Will she get a change in time as Kilkenny run out for this ball? This one is well taken inside by Cueva Kerr-Murter. Is she going to put on the afterburners and take on her players? She's going forward, very close to the end line. Swings the ball across the goal. Kilkenny literally on the square there. Can they pull on the ground, or is this going to come out? The ball is going to be turned over by Cork and driven out as far as the wing forwards. That player is Shauna Sheehan. Battle for possession here, right in front of where our commentary position is. She gets room to swing the hurley there. They're pleading for steps. Referee says play on. Down in front of Sheehan again, or Twohig, I should say, the centre forward. Battle for possession. It's the big physical centre forward who has it, but she's well able to move as well. Was that a high tackle? Referee says it was. He signals it is. Free into Cork. Kilkenny fans and supporters not too happy with that. He's indicating that there was, I think, a high tackle. I think it was on the helmet there, but again, well drawn free by Fiona Twohig. She's really come into it in the last few minutes.
Yeah, once she gets the ball in her hand, she's very hard to stop. And for a big girl, she's very mobile and well able to move. I think Kilkenny are panicking a little bit. They could have quite easily just taken their point and popped it over to the bar. Take her points, goals will come. It's early in the match. We're still only 24 minutes into the first half.
It certainly is, yeah. But there's no quarter, as we said, being given a rest by either side. Chance for Cork to extend their lead to 7 points to 5 in the intense heat here of Birr in County Offaly. But what a day. Great to have GA back, great to have Camogie back, and just great to be here. That is a brilliant strike by the centre forwards. Fiona Twohig, she's got 2 points in the last 2 minutes. That's the first to come from a free, but that's a brilliant score. Brilliant shooting, isn't it?
It's nearly a 2 point swing because Kilkenny should have got a point at 1-8. Cork go down, run at the backs, Kilkenny backs, and Fiona, all of her own workmen, took her own score with the free as well.
Ali Kennedy batted back with interest by Cork. Kilkenny are there as well. Battle for possession in the centre of the field. Is the referee going to throw this one in? Who's going to come away with this ball? You can see both sets of players. That intense heat with the helmets. It's a really, really tough battle, but they're giving it their all. It's a high octane game. You wouldn't expect any different in an All-Ireland final as Cork drive this ball back in. Kilkenny are back there in numbers though. It's Laura Phelan who's turned over a lot of ball and intelligently goes out to the corner rather than crossing her own goal. The clearance though off her left hand side is only down the throat of a Cork player. Beautiful control there by Amy O'Sullivan, driven back with interest. But what does she do with it? Only right down the throat of the Kilkenny centre back, or the Kilkenny backline. It's driven back there by Angela Carroll. Route one ball by Carroll. Flicked away there though by the Cork fullback. It's that player Twohig on the ball again. How many times have we mentioned her in the commentary so far? But it's turned over by Phelan, who was out in front of her player but just tried to kick it ahead. Didn't do enough though, and the Kilkenny player fouls the corner forward, then ought to have got it in her hand, and then just needless tug at Hurley there on Grania Finn, and a cheap free to give away, Paula.
I think that it definitely is. There seems to be an element of panic setting into them, whereby they need to just sit back. Kilkenny need to sit back and relax into the ball. Cork have got their tails up well and truly now at the moment, and I have to say Amy O'Sullivan is covering every blade of the grass on the pitch. For a girl that's supposed to be playing corner back, I'm seeing her corner back, midfield, half forward, she's just going non-stop.
She certainly is indeed, and again the physio is out with the ice as well, or the towel just even to make sure, wipe down the Hurley a bit as the crowd look on. Great to have crowds back here today. The Cork and Kilkenny jerseys are well represented, and well represented across the apple green as well, but they're getting their 99s and whatever on the way in, which has to be done, I suppose, on a day like today, as we watch the Cork centre forward Fiona Twohig drag this one. And yeah, you can see just the moment it left her Hurley.
Yeah, the minute she rolls the ball, you can see it just drifting off. But it's interesting. It's Cork have 3 frees so far, and then
3 wides so far for Cork.
Yeah, and they're getting 3 points from frees as well.
Very, very interesting indeed. As this ball, that ground as well is rock hard. It's picked up by the Cueva Care Murta on the far other side. Switching the direction of play. Good move here for Kilkenny. Can they get inside? Takes the shot. Back in the net. Goal for Kilkenny. A beautiful crossfield ball there, and it's buried in the back of the net by the midfielder Rose Kelly. Drifted into that position. What a crossfield ball by Murta. And the ball, Jill Connaughton, she hardly saw it. What a goal.
I think it was exactly what Kilkenny needed just before the break, before the half-time break. It might give them the lift that they needed. They seem to be sort of sagging, wilting a little bit there in the last few minutes.
So Rose Kelly gets the first green flag of the afternoon here in Offaly. What a move it was, what a finish. Very, very close to the line ball, the linesman there, right in front of our commentary position. But Cork had possession, but the first touch just leaving him down on that occasion. Referee says play on, driven back with interest by Ellen Crowley, the midfielder. Down on top of Twohig there, can she get hands on this one? Twohig has it. Can she get room to swing to Hurley? Off her right hand side, wins it in. Goal for Cork. Goal at one end. Cork responds, and Fiona Twohig rifles it into the net. You won't see 2 better goals across the country all weekend. What a response. Kilkenny were a point up. Now Cork have their 2-point lead back. What a goal.
They've actually moved Fiona into full forward, and with her physical strength, anything coming in there is going to be a major threat to the Kilkenny backline.
The players are still battling on the far over side because they didn't hear the whistle, because the Kilkenny player down, it looks like the wing forward there, Amy Cody, just in that ruck, seemed to get a little bit of a knock. We've 28 minutes 47 seconds gone in the opening half. I'm sure we'll see a board from the 4th official very, very shortly to indicate what will be added on. I don't expect there'll be too much. There wasn't too many
I wouldn't imagine so, but I don't think I've ever seen players as happy to have a little break for a few minutes, because the intensity level and the heat here must be unbelievable out there in that pitch. Fiona Twohig is just a thorn in the side of the Kilkenny players at the moment, and moving her into full forward is obviously a tactical measure whereby they see a weakness maybe in the Kilkenny full back line, and that maybe that they can punish it there.
John Dermody as well is feeling the heat. He's getting the bottle of water from the 4th official. He certainly wouldn't blame him.
And begin to wonder was all the play along this side on purpose just to keep in the shade.
You'd never know. It's a fair point, but either way, on the scoreboard, on the all-important scoreboard, it's Cork shading it at the minute 1-7. It's a 1-5 as we approach half-time. The 4th official, that board will go up very, very shortly indeed to get an indication of what will be added on. There's another Kilkenny, sorry, that's in fact the same. 2 minutes of additional time. The 4th official has just signalled. You just got a shot of that on your screen there, and there's a bit of a worry here actually to the Kilkenny.
I'd say it could be the heat, I'd say.
Player the heat. It looks like, is it Amy Cody?
No, that's Lucy Walsh, I think. Yeah, Lucy Walsh from Venice Bridge.
The physio there, and both sets of teams are out there as well. It's just the intense heat. And just keep an eye on her, and let's hope everything is okay. And that score as both sets of teams just get a sup of water as well on what is a baking hot day here. fact, it is Lucy Welch of Bennett's-Bridge, the number 7 for Kilkenny, who hopefully will be able to resume. And 2 minutes signalled. I'd imagine that 2 minutes is going to
probably going for
extend.
It
probably will go on
bit
a little longer.
but,
The welfare, of course, of the player is the most important thing in this
exactly.
situation. And let's hope that everything will be okay as Seamus Kelly and...
it looks like Kilkenny are introducing a sub. Number 5, Emma Carr.
Who was listed to start, obviously.
Was listed to start. I'd imagine she is slotting in.
There's Adrian Ronan there in front of us, the former Kilkenny great, of course, a lively corner forward back in his day, good goal poacher as well, of course, and Kilkenny player thankfully is getting back to her feet. That's Lucy Welch getting a rapturous round of applause, and obviously it's just something that really intense heat in the helmet. I don't think you can really anticipate. I'll have to be here to witness what that heat is. I know we have high temperatures all over the country today, but she's just been pretty wisely withdrawn in that instance.
You just couldn't take her.
And on comes Emma Carr,
so Emma Carr's going to wing back.
2 minutes of additional time signalled, and it is wing back. Puck out going to be taken, and is taken very, very quickly by Ali Kennedy on the far over side. Cueva Kerr Murta has the ball on the hurley, gets a bit of latitude off her right hand side. Another dangerous crossfield ball. Can this one be kept in play? Just goes beyond the centre forward Ava Brett there, harmlessly out over the end line as we hit the 32nd minute. There'll probably be another minute because that stoppage there with the injured Kilkenny player as we approach the end of the first half. It's 1-7 to Cork, 1-5 to Kilkenny here in St Brendan's Park, Birr. Live coverage of this Tesco All-Ireland Under-16 A Camogie final. Kilkenny fans calling for a free, very, very close to the sideline. Was that a push in the back? Referee says it was a push in the back on the Kilkenny centre forwards. Brett there drawing the foul, wisely going over the ball. We always, I suppose, you're told that since you're 5 years of age. Bend your back, you'll get your free, and that's what happened.
Exactly, and John seems to be adopting it, is going for possession as 9/10 of the law here. So if you have possession of the ball and if the foul occurs,
so it's going to be a free for the Kilkenny wing forward, and a chance for Amy Cody to add to her tally off her right hand side. That is an absolutely brilliant piece of striking. We're right behind it here from our commentary position here in the centre of the stand. Great striking there by the wing forward from Glenmore. We're back to a 1 point game, Paula.
Yeah, you would imagine, you feel as if the amount of possession the Cork have, that they should be slightly probably further ahead. But then again, you probably could say it seems to be going in fits and spurts from one end to the other.
Cork have the ball on the far overside and they're going forward. They'll want to get another score before half time. They may well get it as well as this handed effort comes in. It will be a super score if it goes over. Brilliant effort there by the Cork midfielder. It's Ava Fitzgerald who's got the point there. Or in fact, it is Ava Fitzgerald. She makes her way back out there. Just got inside off her right hand side and shortened the grip as well. The intelligence to do that. Referee says play on. There will be another couple of seconds. Donny Daly, the Cork bonnet store. Away to her right, looks on. That's a big long clearance, but only right down the throat of the Cork centre back. That's Kelly Goulding. Wins that ball back, tries to drive out with it. Referee says she was fouled on her way out there. The high fielding as well this afternoon, really, really evident, Paula.
Really good. Kilkenny don't seem to be contesting it enough in the half forward line, as in the Cork half-backs were uncontested there for the last 3 puckouts. So they're going to have to be up their game very much so in the second half. And we definitely will have to keep an eye on Fiona Tui, because anything that's going in there and she gets her hands on, it seems to be going either over or under the bar.
In fact, there was Adele Sheehan who plucked that one out of the air as well. Brilliant catching as well. And Cork, as this one is going to be driven back, you'd imagine, with interest by Sinead Hurley, the Sarsfields player. It was a great drive of the ball. Very prominent, of course, in their big semi-final win over Galway last weekend, as I suppose were all the Cork players. This one is very, very dangerous inside. Half-time whistle hasn't gone just yet. Kilkenny, you need to be alert to that one. Cork are in there as well. They want to get more scores on the board before John Dermody's half-time whistle, which I'd imagine will come very, very shortly indeed. It's picked up by the corner forward. Lovely use of the hand pass back outside. Can they get room to swing the Hurley there? Very, very dangerously inside. Batted back by the keeper. Very, very close to the end line there, and the umpires, they're gone for the white shirts rather than the white jackets this afternoon, because they'd absolutely melted them this afternoon. But very close to the end line. Wasn't picked off the ground. Battle for possession. Cork seem to have it. It's thrown back, says the referee, is it? Yes, indeed it was, by Gráinne Finn there, the corner forward. And the referee with that brings an end to the first half. Highly entertaining stuff. 34 minutes were played there because there was an injury there to the Kilkenny player. But brilliant stuff from both sides. A goal from Rose Kelly looked to put Kilkenny in control. They led by a point, but Cork came right back down the field, and Fiona Tuig rattled the net. So quick reflection, Paula, on that opening half in the intense heat. They're getting a well-earned breather here, plenty of water to be taken on board, but Cork shading it, great entertainment.
Very entertaining. There hasn't been a minute like to catch your breath.
Yeah.
You can actually say, like, it literally is physically and emotionally a melting pot out there. And I'm not just talking about the temperatures. The half-back line in Cork seem to have the upper hand at the moment. Severe pressure on the Kilkenny backs, but Kilkenny came straight up and got a goal very quickly, so anything can happen. And that's the case with under-16s. It's the first time playing in All-Ireland proper competition. Who's going to win? I haven't a notion.
Who knows? Absolutely hard to call. And just see, very interesting to see both sides are probably going to be staying out as well. Maybe they might take some shade, I suppose, in the stand maybe or whatever. But the water bottles, they're in their buckets of ice, and that's where we'll maybe head for a bottle of water as well. So it's half time here in Birr in this Tesco All-Ireland Under-16 A Camogie final. Cracking stuff so far. It's Cork shading it at the break. Half-time score, Cork 1-8, Kilkenny 1-6. First half analysis and all the action from the second half to come very shortly.
Brendan Ryan. Under 60.
And yes, you're very welcome back to St. Brendan's Park here in Birr, County Offaly. Glorious sunshine. Second half underway very, very shortly indeed. It's Cork edging Kilkenny at the break. 1-8 to 1-6. Highly entertaining opening at 30 minutes and 30 minutes to decide the destination of this year's under-16 A Camogie final. And as we've been saying, Paula, as we look at the temperature and trying to see where it is, there's 20...
Oh, the All-Ireland D competition. You have Meath are playing Offaly, and Meath are actually beating Offaly at the moment in that. The only thing, in all honesty, regardless of who is playing today, I would not wish extra time on any team today. I just think it wouldn't be fair on any teams because they're after giving us such a display in this weather. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was a draw match.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm just going to say, how do you call it? It's very hard to call, isn't it?
You couldn't call it. You actually couldn't. Cork half back line have the upper hand at the moment. Kilkenny seem to be batting down the hatches on the full back line. Anything can happen. It all depends on how people respond. As I said, breaks can change. When you have a break, it can change any game at any stage.
And straight away from the throw-in, Cork are into it, and John Germany gets this second half underway here at St. Brendan's Park. Dangerous moment inside already, but well gathered inside by the Kilkenny goalkeeper Ali Kennedy. That's a long relieving clearance off her right hand side, plucked out of the air brilliantly. What a catch that is by Rachel there in the centre of the field. Rachel Dowling seems to be wearing 12 but operating maybe around the middle of the field area. Battle for possession now. So crucial, of course, in the modern game, especially in Camogie, as Kilkenny try to drive out with this ball. Referee says that there was too many steps taken there by Ava Brett, the centre forward, but she had very little room to kind of wriggle her way out. But in the end, I think she said
it's unusual to see a referee go in favour of the back. It's usually the forward that gets the benefit of the doubt. So
I'm sure Cork won't mind though getting that one as it's up with their corner forward now. That player is Cueva Sheehan. Route one ball inside again, looking for the very dangerous Fiona Toohey. 1-2 she scored in that first half for Cork. Great relieving clearance by Cunningham, or Kennedy again, in the Kilkenny goal. Amy Cody on the far over side, yeah. Rules this one down. Good first touch hurling there. It took a couple of times to get it into her hand, but eventually she has it in her hand, and she has the player inside. This could be very, very dangerous here for Cork. As Kilkenny go forward, is this their second goal? Is it pulled down there? Is it a penalty? Referee says it is. Penalty to Kilkenny. What a move, running at the heart of the Cork defence and drawing the foul. Well taken there. We're just trying to see who was the player was fouled. I believe it was,
I think it was Rose Kelly again, wasn't it?
Rose Kelly, it seems to be, yeah. Who's making her way out there, and
she's a very fast turning pace when she like in the ball in her hand.
Hurley around the neck there. It's the Cork full-back Sinead Hurley, and imagine she could pick up a yellow card for that high tackle, Paula.
I'd imagine so. It's a case of what else could you do? Having played full-back myself, I have to honestly say you're not going to let her straight in, and I suppose it's a politically correct way. She just wasn't going to let her in.
In fact, it's actually the centre-back there, Keely Goulding, the white helmets, and all those Cork defenders are getting the better of us up here at times as well. As just trying to see who this is. It Cueva Kerr Murta, I think, is going to hit this one, or in fact, is it Rachel Dowling, I should say?
Rachel Dowling.
Goes for goal, doesn't connect really at all with that, and it's picked up inside by Jill Connaughton. She just never connected with that one, Paula.
No, and the tracking back, Kenny needs to be aware of the runners. Tracking back from Cork.
Cork would hit him at the other end here now, as this Cork forward line, they've plenty of pace to burn. Referee says it's a free. He's going to pull it back. He could have maybe ought to have left the advantage go, but he's going to pull it back for a free either way. Cork have possession, and it's going to be a free on the far over side there. The linesman just marking that one as the Cork manager Donny Daly barks out the instructions there.
This will put Cork 3 points ahead, so still a one-score game, but
Grania Finn from Father O'Neill's is the player to hit this one off her right-hand side to give Cork a 3-point lead, as Paula said, and she duly obliges there. Another one for the Father O'Neill's corner forward. She's been very good on those frees. I know she missed a couple in the first half, but 9 times out of 10 conceding frees to a player of that calibre you can't afford.
You just can't afford it. Kilkenny need to contest the ball a lot more. It seems to be Cork have their tails up,
and they could add to the tally here in the shape of Cueva Sheehan off her right-hand side. Dangerous one inside. Well gathered there by Ali Kennedy in the Kilkenny goal. Great bravery there by the Wine Gap player as Kilkenny go forward. Great tackling there. Great tenacious play there by the centre forward, and indeed the Cork centre back, as Brett goes forward there. She's fouled. Referee said there the tackling was illegal. It's going to be a free. There's another player down on the ground there. Another chance for maybe a couple of drops of bottles of water to be thrown into the players there. As if anything, it's actually it's getting warmer.
It's getting warmer. It's the build-up of heat after the day. Kilkenny look like they're thinking of making a change at the moment. Same with Cork. It looks like number 26 is coming in from Cork, which is Emer Dunnigan from Mallow.
Emer Dunnigan of Mallow, yeah. And just interesting to see now who's coming off, and looks like Kilkenny are also preparing to bring a change away as we watch the player being treated just underneath us. It looks like midfielder Ellen Crowley is the player making waves. So Ellen from Inniscarra, who ran her socks off as always, makes way, and into the match comes Mallow's Emer Dunnigan.
Lauren Ronan with the free.
Low trajectory, makes a good enough connection with it though, as the umpires signal that it's gone right, and White just didn't really draw it in enough. It was a great connection there by Lauren Ronan, the St. Bridget's player, but just didn't get that clean enough connection on it, and to the wrong side of the post. Cork still lead by 3, 1-6, 5 minutes into the second half here at St. Brendan's Park in Birr. This puck out is taken by Jill Connaughton. Huge clearance off her right hand side, batted back there partly by the Cork players, but it's first touch for it to substitute. Here's Emer Dunnigan, slid her glue to the hurley, crossing the 45-metre line off her right hand side, dangerous ball inside, bypasses everyone. Ali Kennedy is off her goal line, but it's not a great clearance, only out to the Cork corner forward, and it's squeezed in, but she failed to get her hands on it on the first attempt, and the referee says you were lying on the ball inside, it's going to be a free out. So huge relief there for the Kilkenny defence.
Definitely a huge relief. John Darby seems to be consistent anyway. Same had happened at the other one with Kilkenny, so is treating both teams the same. But again, you're going to have a lot more silly frees because of the heat and the intensity.
This one is driven out. It's not a great clearance stuff from a Kilkenny point of view, and Cork are going to turn this one over, are they? Battle for possession there on the 65-metre line. Cork have it momentarily whilst they're pushing them back. Referee waste play on. But you can really feel the players the heat out there is absolutely intense. It's an All-Ireland final. The intensity as well is absolutely second to none. This one is drilled across the far over side of the field as far as Amy Cody. Referee says there's a foul there. The Cork supporters aren't too pleased with that one. It seemed a harsh enough one, but it was on the back, is the indication from John Dermody, the Westmeath referee. Chance for Kilkenny to narrow the gap, Paula. They really need this one.
Definitely has a lovely piece of work there by Ciara Dunn in that Schmozzle managed to pass the ball out towards Amy Cody and caused this free to develop.
This one is driven in, and the umpire signal that it's gone to the left and wide there on that occasion. It's another missed opportunity there for Kilkenny, and they won't be happy with that.
Very fine margins as they're going to win this final, and that's 2 frees that Kilkenny have hit wide, so they could come back to regret it.
Breaking ball here, lovely first touch there momentarily by Ava Fitzgerald, who got a great score in the first half there. But both teams fighting for that ball, picking this ball up, almost losing her footing there for a second. Cork have it back, it's with the wing forward. Gráinne O'Mahony going forward, fouled on her way forward there. Referee says she was being pulled back. Justin Heffernan there, the linesman, just marking that ball. Kilkenny not too happy with it, but a chance for Cork to extend their lead. Again, you could see the tenacity there, the tackling was there, but just a bit over anxiousness there.
The work rate from Cork is really good now, I have to say. They're not giving up. Kilkenny are just not having the breaks at the moment. The tackling and the tenacity is there as well, and I have to say I couldn't even hear the referee's whistle for that free, because I know there's only a couple of hundred here, but it feels like way more. Certainly
does, yeah. Both sets of supporters giving him the words of encouragement and driving their teams on, as we have 8 minutes gone nearly in the second half here in Birr. All-Ireland glory at stake this afternoon. The Cork full-back Sinead Hurley. Interesting that she's come up this far to say that maybe she has certainly has the distance. Will she have the accuracy? Right behind her commentary position on a glorious afternoon for Camogie. Off her right-hand side, makes a very clean connection with that one. Well, you can see now the reason why she was brought up. Super strike there. The Cork management team certainly enjoyed that one. It may be her first score of the afternoon, but what a strike.
Fabulous, fabulous free. You knew straight away, just hit it fabulously, really sweet.
Puck out to Kilkenny, and Ali Kennedy off her right hand side. That's a great connection by the Windgap player. They have to get the ball down the field now. There's still plenty of time left on this Tesco All-Ireland Under-16A Camogie final, live from Birr this afternoon. Kilkenny have it. Lovely sidestep there. Rose Kelly sliotar glued to her hurley as she crosses the, about to cross the 21-metre line. Now, can she get round to pull the trigger? She does, but it's not a great clearance, but it still may work inside. Cork have it there. Cuivo O'Donoghue trying to clear her lines there. Kilkenny have it back again. Chance of a goal here off her left-hand side. The snapshot is fired in. Wisely put over the bar there. And it is a great score there by the Kilkenny centre back, is it, or centre forward? Ava Brett gets another one for the afternoon, but again, split second there was a chance of a goal, but she realised that, look, it's about keeping that scoreboard ticking back to a 3-point game.
And there is, it's just that puck a ball in between the two teams. I wouldn't be panicking just straight on either side, but
oh, what a catch that is by Ava Fitzgerald, the far overside. She's been absolutely immense for Cork this afternoon. Now, can they get room to swing this hurley? They can, but it's not a great connection there. Cut out by Cork inside. Or by Kilkenny, I should say, but it's back to Cork again as they try to go forward. Very, very close to the sideline, or to the end line there. May well break for Tuig. Can she get room to swing the hurley off her right hand side? Fires it in, fires it over the bar. It's 1-3 now for the Valley Rovers centre forward. You can see why she's been thrown in full forward. That physical presence, not alone that though, well able to score as well.
Oh, well able to score, and can score off the left and right. It makes a pleasure to watch.
Back with Cork again as they try to drive forward in the shape of Adele Sheehan off her left hand side. It's a decent enough effort up the field off forms to Tuig again off her right hand side. Swings this one though to the wrong side, left and just kind of snatched at it. I think we have another substitution here as well, Paula.
Yeah, Julie Lennon seems to be coming on for...
And linesman, I think it's number 5, I think it is it?
Okay, it's number 5, which is Emma Cora.
Which is a... I thought Emma only came on as well, of course,
yeah,
didn't she?
No,
and Emma obviously is the back.
Is the back. I do know she did suffer from concussion the round against Dublin. And just had a couple of niggly injuries as well, so I don't know if she's back to herself. Fine hurler, but just hasn't been back to herself since that.
Yeah, and that's probably a wise decision by the Kilkenny management team as well, particularly maybe on a day like today in that heat as well. So, a wise call there, but Kilkenny have introduced a forward there, and Julie Lennon from Young Ireland's is in.
Yeah, Julie can play forwards or backs, and has some striking ball, sweet striking ball, but again, she's quite young, she's only 15, so it could be a bit as I speak.
Referee has the hand up for advantage. He may well come back for this free, and instead he says go on, play on, because Kilkenny have the ball. Can they get room to swing the hurley? It's back to the wing forward. That's Rachel Dowling, and Rachel fires it over the bar. It's another one for the Dixborough player. Great use of the ball back out by the Kilkenny player. What Cork can do at one end, Kilkenny can respond. That was a well-worked move, finished with a plum by Rachel Dowling.
Definitely, and I see they've actually moved Lauren Ronan out from the full forward line back out to sort of that midfield like a sweeper role, but she's actually been followed out by Millie Condon. So that'll be interesting to see how that changes the dynamic of the game.
Puck's back down there with interest by Cork. They want to get on with it very, very quickly. Indeed, both sets of teams not hanging around, getting on with that puck out very, very quickly.
Tuig is on the ball again. I'm telling you, if she gets it into her hand, Kilkenny will be in danger.
Very, very dangerous indeed. Battle for possession there. Possession so vital. It's with the aforementioned Tuig again. How many times have we mentioned her this afternoon? Over the shoulder. That'll be some score if it goes over. And the umpire says it's gone wide. Would have been some score. Let off for Kilkenny there, but what an effort that was by Tuig, and the wide starting to mount up on both sides as well.
Definitely. I think she, for me, has her hands there with Fiona Tuig. I don't know if it's a mismatch. They may need to switch it up a bit.
Back to the play at the other end of the side of Kilkenny. Have a chance to go forward there. It's with the Julie Lennon there as well, but that ball has just gone. It's actually got a touch, I think, Paul. It's gone out for 45.
And Cork are putting in another sub. I told you, everybody, both teams will end up using their 5 subs.
They are indeed. That's Aoibhinn O'Neill, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, Aoibhinn O'Neill's starting in for number 12, which is Shauna Sheehan. Shauna had done a lot of work. A lot of work.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'd say she's emptied her tank at this stage, because she had, at one stage, I think I counted, she was supposed to be half forward and was down in the full back line.
Gets a well-deserved round of applause. So into the fray comes Aoibhinn O'Neill from the Erin's Own club in Cork City, as Kilkenny have a chance to eat into that Cork lead, if you want to call it that. 1-11 to 1-8. Second half water break be coming up very, very shortly indeed. As that one is fired over the bar yet again by Rachel Dowling. She's very, very accurate when she's clued in, when that zone is right and when that mind is right. She's very, very accurate.
Back to one-score game again.
Absolutely.
could be extra time.
Could be a long day yet here in Offaly, Paula, you never know. Back with the play though, and Kilkenny are corking on with it very, very quickly indeed. Some players I see have even rolling up the sleeves on the jersey. It's so hot out there this afternoon. Driven back with interest there by Kilkenny, putting them back on the attack. Lovely first touch inside. That certainly seemed to be a free. Referee may well come back, but Kilkenny may get a bigger advantage. They may get a goal. The strike is in, and it's off the post. Oh, goodness me, off the post. It came, and Cork have a free out. Have they had a free out? Oh, what a moment there. We talk about the moment hinges on fine margins. The referee, in fairness, he came back to the advantage because Kilkenny had it. It was an effort there. It was Cueva Care Murta off the post, across the face of the goal. Cork player fouled on the way out. What a moment of drama.
It is definitely, and that is really a 3-point swing again. It's just unbelievable. I think there's a card after being dished out there. I think I'm not 100% sure. A yellow has been given out to the Cork player. So,
very, yeah, and I think it's still Murta who's still down inside, or Care Murta, I should say, the full forward. Granddaughter, of course, of the legendary Eddie Kerr, and once again, big shout out to Eddie's son Eamon, who's tuned in from Australia to this game. I'm sure he's getting full value for the stream of today's game. I'm told Limerick are back in front in the Munster hurling final. To give you an update on that, we might give you a score update in that one very, very shortly indeed. That's at Páirc Uí Chaoimh, but the one we're concentrated is on Burren. The referee wisely at this point calls for the water break, because there's still a Kilkenny player getting treatment inside. But Paula, this is end-to-end stuff, and as you say, you wouldn't rule out extra time, or I don't know, would you be even better off giving these chance come back for a replay, or would you, maybe they don't have room in the calendar to...
It's the calendar again, like, I mean, it's all after being run off over quite a short period of time. Next Sunday is the first round of the minor championship is kicking off in the round robin series.
Yes, I think Kilkenny tasty local
derby
there,
we're not out next weekend.
Oh, you're not out next weekend. We are meeting you down the line, I think.
Down the line, meeting Waterford, but you have Wexford and Waterford playing next Sunday in our particular group. So it'll be interesting to see, but like, I mean, the skill set that has been shown by both teams here today is phenomenal. Some of the high fielding by the Cork half backline has been superb, and the interplay and interchange between the Kilkenny forwards has been quite good as well. So it's been really good to look at, considering the conditions, and like, I mean, the intensity level. As I said, it is a melting pot, but physically and literally, I don't envy the girls play out there, and actually I feel quite sorry for John Darmody there as well, because it has been quite an intense game, and it can be quite tricky to referee those kind of games, but I think he's doing a very good job so far.
He certainly is indeed, yeah. It's a warm day for the officials as Adrian Ronan comes out there. Just have a quick word with the, I think it's the Kilkenny substitute there that actually got that knock a few moments ago, because when she released the ball, or the first tackle, I think she was caught quite a bit high. But just to update you as well on that Munster hurling final, Limerick have turned things around and are now leading Tipperary by 122 to 217. Limerick have outscored Tipperary by 110 to a point in the second half there. That's some turnaround down there in Páirc Uí Chaoimh. So we'll keep you posted on that one as well, as both sets of sides gets a rousing reception. You can barely hear yourself here. Because
I don't think anybody here is worried about Limerick airship at the moment. I think they're so glued in this game. Anything can happen in the next 15 minutes. And I don't think either of us could say who's going to win this match. But either way, we're due for a cracking 15 minutes left in this All-Ireland under 16A final.
Great standard, absolutely. We said going into it, the standard was, and by God have they produced today. They've certainly left it out there. We're going to resume with that Cork free, from their full back line.
And considering this competition was called to halt till last year, it's a whole year, and no under 15 last year. There are a lot of these girls.
Yeah.
The hurling that they're showing in front of us at the moment is actually superb.
Absolutely, yeah. And they've had it tough as well at this age group in terms of what they've missed in terms of COVID and that, but just to be back representing their county, have that county jersey on,
exactly.
And they're certainly doing it well today.
From a Kilkenny perspective, you would have to hope that there would be a goal in Cueva Care Murta. From a Cork perspective, Fiona Tuig, she's just dangerous down there.
Yeah, and anytime it goes in there is kind of danger in that kind of panic.
You can feel it, yeah.
So it's going to be a line ball to Cork on the far over side of the field. That deserted terraces. Aveen O'Neill hits this line ball off her right hand side again, very, very close to the sideline. Cork trying to prod it forward. Kilkenny trying to get hands on the ball. Kilkenny trail by 2. 15 and a half minutes gone, nearly 16 minutes gone in the second half. That clock did stop for the water break, which is certainly well needed this afternoon. There's a battle for possession there. It's very, very tight and tense. You can feel the heat. They're calling for steps there, very close to the sideline. Abe Fitzpatrick trying to keep this ball in play. Was it a frontal tackle? Referee waves play on. It's very, very close to the line. Have Cork, they had the ball in their hand, not momentarily. It's flicked forward there by Kilkenny. Unbelievable, isn't it?
No quarter being given or taken here. Like, I mean, this is
Hold on first time. Great to see the old ground hurling still alive here. Cork drive out with this ball and putting a bit of injection into the pace here as the wing back. That's Millie Condon and she goes forward. Dangerous ball inside. Well gathered once again by Ali Kennedy in the Kilkenny goal. And a good clearance out the line. Well gathered there by the midfielder. Driven back with interest. But standing her up well there is Millie Condon. And Cork have turned this ball over. Now can she get room to swing to Hurley? She does. Prods it forward. Bat it back inside. Chance inside for Cork. Was there a Hurley held? Referee says no, there wasn't as she tries to go forward. Cork have chance for goal! It's Emily O'Donoghue. Rifles it in. They were going to say call it back for the advantage. O'Donoghue didn't need the advantage. And all of a sudden Cork have a 5-point lead. That could be a crucial one.
Definitely. And like, I mean, you've got twin threats there in between Fiona and
Kilkenny
Emily.
get on with it very, very quickly indeed. You just can't take your eyes off it. Back with the wing forward. That's Amy Cody. Can Kilkenny respond? Dangerous one inside. Drops inside there, but well taken by the Cork goalkeeper. Coolness personified by Jill Connaughton. Gets this one down the line, and Cork come back with it again. As we said, no intent, no quarter given her ass by either side. Well read there by the centre half back. That there is Sophia Kerr. Sticking to her guns well though is Caoimhe Sheehan. And Kilkenny get on with it very, very quickly. They need to, I suppose, at this stage because the clock is ticking down as well, but there's still 18 minutes gone. There's some 8 minutes to go here in St. Brendan's Park in Burr.
Ava Brett is having a blinder today.
That'll be some score by Ava if it goes over. The umpires look at each other and say, that is over the bar. What a brilliant score that is. Off her left-hand side, going away from goal. And that was a badly needed one.
Definitely out of her forward. She seems to be the one that's the leading threat. She's running at the Cork backs and making life difficult for them. Yeah. And she has a great turn of speed as well.
And not afraid to score as well, as illustrated by that fine score. Caoimhe Kerr Murta is still inside as well. I'm sure they'll be hoping to get more ball into her, as we were mentioning in the commentary. But it's back to a 4-point game. It's nothing in hurling, nothing in camogie. 2-11 to Cork, 1-10 to Kilkenny. What a catch.
Fielding.
Sinead Hurley. She got that point a few moments ago from the free. She's way up from her full-back position here, down as far as Tuig again, that centre half forward. Back at the substitute there. That's Emer Dignan. Well blocked down though, well policed by the Kilkenny backs. Turned over there by Laura Phelan. Great corner back play. But just as I said, only out as far as Grania O'Mahony. Chance for her second of the afternoon. Dangerously dropping in around the square. Kilkenny are back there in numbers and they have this ball and they're going to drive out with it. Very close there to pass. And it's not a great clearance out, only down the throat of Ava Fitzpatrick. Evades that first tackle off her right hand side. This one could be dangerous. Batted back down, only as far as Emily O'Donoghue, who almost got her hands on the ball, got that goal a couple of moments ago for Cork. You feel another Cork goal would really seal this game, but there's still a bit of time to go. Dangerous battle for possession there. Kilkenny are coming away with it in the shape of Laura Phelan off her left hand side, down the line. Kilkenny looking for this ball now. It's with Brett, the centre forward again. Can she get it in her hand? Ava Brett from St. Bridget's. She has it, but look, you can see there's 2-3 Cork jerseys around her. This is pumped in on top of the full forward line. Which way will the break go here? It favours the Cork girls. Great battling there. In fairness, both sets of sides have defended as if their lives depended upon it. This is won back by Kilkenny. Drilled down the line there by the wing forward, Rachel Dowling. It's only going to come back into the hand of Rachel. Lovely striking there. Doesn't maybe get a clean enough connection on that one. And it's mopped up inside by Sinead Hurley. Drilled back with interest. The two Cork players almost took it off each other, but it still falls as far as Ava Fitzpatrick. She's going for a long one inside. This one could be dangerous into the hand there of Tuig. Not quite in her hand though. Could well fall for the full forward. That's a point there for Cork. Drilled over the bar by Emily O'Donoghue. Got a goal a few moments ago. She's now out of the point.
Out of the point. The physical strength there, like, I mean, they're going to have to. Kilkenny are under severe pressure at the moment. They need to get scores, and that's basically it.
Kilkenny have this one turned over though, have they, on the far over side, battling as hard as Ava Fitzpatrick. Off her left hand side, sprays this ball diagonally across the field. Could be very, very dangerous indeed. It's a 5-point game, but just, as I say, Cork have it, but well policed there. That's great battling there by the Kilkenny substitute there. Julie Lennon not giving up the ghost. Referee says that the tackling was a little bit over anxious. Free out to Cork. Couple of more subs being made there by Kilkenny as well, I believe, Paula.
Oh dear, I can see for Coverdale is warming up there, and number 29, who is Leah Cooney. Two big, strong, physical girls.
Kilkenny fans are calling for time wasting. Both sets of fans trying to drive on their teams heading into the last 8 minutes of this All-Ireland Under-16 A Camogie final. Are they ready for the substitution? Referee says no, we'll wait for the next break and play. This one is going to be taken by Sinead Hurley, who has a fierce drive of the ball. Just as I say it though, it's not a great connection. Very, very close to the sideline. Justin Heffernan of Wexford, the man who refereed the league final, Camogie senior final between Kilkenny and Galway a couple of weeks ago, is on the line this afternoon.
So number 14, Cleva Kerr-Murta, I don't think she recovered from that knock she got, is being substituted on. Number 24 is going in, and that is Aoife Coverdale from Thomastown.
Oh, not a great connection there by the Cork there. They're going forward. Referee says play on. Eddie Kerr makes his way down there, maybe to give some word of encouragement to Adrian Roman, and that on the line. Referee says there was a touch there. And it was, he's actually going down to meet his granddaughter there, Cleva Kerr-Murta, who just put it, she gave it everything today, just maybe the ball just not going in, maybe not sticking for her today, Paula, you know.
She seemed to have clicked or started going, and then that last tackle seemed to take it out of her.
Cork have this ball back. It's a 5-point game here. 2-12 to 110. Cork have it. They're going forward off the left hand side. Great hook there. Great battling there by the Kilkenny backs as they try to drive each other on. They're calling for a free. Referee says play on. Kilkenny have the ball. Was it thrown? Referee says play on. Battle for possession here. Both sides still going as if it's only the first minute. And pass inside. Well cut off there. Now Kilkenny have a chance to break with the centre back. That's Sophia Kerr. Off her left hand side, but only cut off inside again by Cork. Well read inside. Driven back with interest. Turned over inside by Laura Phelan, but only has it momentarily as Cork try to get their hands on the ball. Was that picked off the ground? It's with the danger player. That's Chewy. 1-3 to her name so far. Throws the ball back outside. Another hand pass. Good use of the, I suppose, this keep ball possession game, which was so associated with Cork. They're playing it in Camogie this afternoon, but that one goes harmlessly out over the end line. 24 minutes gone. Cork 2-12, Kilkenny 1-10, Paula.
Definitely, and the interplay between Cork is fabulous. But still, they should be getting more scores up on the board. They're leaving the door slightly open for Kilkenny. There's only 23, 24 minutes gone. Still 6 minutes to go. Anything can happen.
Yeah, not a big lead in the modern game, is it?
Nah, nothing.
Puck out going to come from Ali Kennedy. She's really performed heroics in the goal for Cork this afternoon, or for Kilkenny. Couldn't do anything about those 2 goals. Referee said the Hurley was pulled there on Amy O'Sullivan on the far beside the corner back. You could see it up here with a wide, in fairness, the Mallow player drawing it well. You could see it from here. There was a held back at Hurley, and Cork backs there were going to be in no particular hurry with this free.
No, take their time. I'd say if they're going to do anything, they'll be taking their time. And we see Kilkenny are warming up Leo Cooney, and it looks like, and he is very physical, very stronger, very mobile. And coming off is number 10, which is Amy Cody.
So Amy Cody makes way, and into the fray comes the aforementioned Ciara Bryan there.
Or Leah Cooney.
Leah Cooney, I should say, sorry.
Yeah.
Of Hilltown, of course. So on comes Leah Cooney, and making way is Amy Cody, who ran herself into the ground, really, didn't she?
Look, I told today with the heat that's in it, it's a 20-player game.
So we'll watch this free in the far over side. We've 5 minutes to go of normal time, plus whatever referee John Dermody of Westmeath decides to add on. It's going to be a free to Cork on the far over side of the field on their own 65-metre line. 2-12 to Cork, 1-10 to Kilkenny. We'll have another substitute very, very shortly indeed. This is a mighty puck of the ball. It's dropping very dangerously in around the square, hops all the way and hops out over the end line. That could have so easily have hopped nearly into the back of the net, but goes out over the end line. Another Kilkenny sub, Paula.
Yeah, we have Maureen Gannon has gone on there for number 8, Rose Kelly. Rose played well, but I don't think, I'd say her legs, she's done all that she can do for the day that's in it. Big note with regard to pitches as well is that the AstroTurf around goals where they're resolid with it. I don't know if it's here, but it seems to be causing some issues in some pitches, so the bounce can't go anywhere. You need to be on top of that straight away.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. You certainly can go anywhere there. I suppose Astro or no Astro, the ground as well, the rock hardness of it in nature.
Yeah.
With that
very
week
quickly.
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
quickly, yeah, really hard.
Packets of ice being given to the substitutes as well. Well needed, I can tell you, this afternoon. We'll get on with the play though, or we'll follow the play even. It's Kilkenny who drive this one back with interest. What a catch yet again. Ava O'Sullivan, she's given an exhibition that in Lorna Parker this afternoon. She's covered every blade of grass. This is pumped down on top of the Kilkenny full backline. Cork still going strong. They'll want to get more scores on the board. Referee says play on. Was that ball thrown? Referee says go on, play on. You have possession. Shipped outside again. Another chance. What a block there. Great defending there. Referee says there was a chop down there. It's going to be a free out to Kilkenny.
Anna Downey has made very much a big difference into the backline since she slotted back in there. Her blocking, her hooking, her tackling has been actually unbelievable. She's after making about 2 or 3 in the last 2 or 3 plays, intercepts that could have definitely caused goals or points for the Cork team.
Down on top of Ava Brett, just fails to win that. Cork have it back. It's great play there by the wing back there, Millie Condon. She's been very impressive this afternoon for Cork. They go forward. Can they extend their lead? It's with the substitute. Going forward, she can catch this ball again. Has to hit it off to Hurley. That'll be some score if it goes over. A mighty effort inside. Oh, brilliantly stopped there by the Kilkenny goalkeeper there. Fouled on her way out. Ali Kennedy, that was some effort by Aoibhinn O'Neill. Square ball as well, I think, for the foul, but well gathered as well. But what an effort that was by Aoibhinn O'Neill.
I have to say, fabulous, and the skill of it, skill from both the goalkeeper, like a fabulous catch under severe pressure. Even if it wasn't free out, it was cleared out. And then I have to say, the Cork player, just a joy to see. You don't see it too often. A lot of movement on the pitch, trying to get that extra nudge forward.
We'll see that board very, very shortly indeed, and I'm told the full-time score in the Munster hurling final from Páirc Uí Chaoimh is 227 to Limerick, 221 to Tipperary. So Limerick have won their 3rd Munster hurling final in a row up there in Páirc Uí Chaoimh this afternoon. I was looking for a while, it might have been Tipperary's day, but Tipperary aren't gone, of course. They'll be in the quarter-final. Limerick and Kilkenny march through to the semi-final, so 3 in a row, big achievement, Paula.
I think that Limerick were just waiting in the long grass for the second half on Tip, I have to say now.
And they were saying Kilkenny were gone away as well until last night.
We're always we're only to fill in the numbers.
Very good. It's back to the Camogie though this afternoon here in Birr. I hope you've enjoyed the live coverage of this All-Ireland final. It's been a real thriller here in Birr this afternoon between Kilkenny and Cork. Cork on their way to victory. 29 minutes on the clock. Kilkenny have the ball. It's with one of their substitutes there. The blocking and hooking has been absolutely exemplary from Cork. In fairness, even from both sides this afternoon. And they could well punish here as Ava Fitzpatrick goes forward again.
Kilkenny have moved their centre-backs to Field up to centre to full forward. And Rachel Down has taken up the centre-back
Ava
position.
Fitzpatrick on the run there. That's going to go to the wrong side of the post. Just goes out right and wide there. She's been superb. She's covered every blade of grass. Kilkenny not hanging around with this one. They have to get on with it very quickly indeed. Absolutely, and this one is driven back inside. Great first touch here. Kilkenny have it. They're going goalwards. Can she get room to swing to Hurley? Goal for Kilkenny! We said this game isn't over. It's back to life now again. What a blistering goal that is. And it's one of the substitutes. Lauren Ronan, is it? It is indeed. Well, she said.
By Julie Lennon out in the half forward line.
We said she's been quiet this afternoon up to that point. Got that ball, took on her marker, shortened the grip, and billows the net from close range. It's a 2-point game here in St Brendan's Park. Cork 2-12, Kilkenny 2-10.
3 minutes additional time.
3 minutes additional time signalled.
Could be a draw.
Could be a draw. Could Kilkenny get a winner? It's very close to the sideline. Cork will want to get their hands on the ball. Kilkenny will want to get it back down the end of the field. You can't take your eyes off this one. Who has possession? It looks like it's a player in a red jersey. Cork are going forward. They drill this one down the line. Is it going to go out over the end line? It's very close to the end line. It's gone wide. Oh God, you can't take your eyes off this one. Unbelievable heart and determination. All the skills that are part of the modern game are really exemplified here today as Kilkenny try to get this ball back. Cork will try to keep it and wind down that clock. 3 minutes to go in the All-Ireland final. Cork can go forward. Can they get the insurance score? A chance to swing to Hurley. It's not a great delivery. It's batted back inside. Very close to the end line. Cork are going to get it. Was that a push in the back? Yes, says the referee. It was Laura Phelan. It was pushed there by Emily O'Donoghue. It's going to be a free out for Kilkenny, but they're a long way from goal, Paula.
Long way from goal, but Ali has some puck on the ball, so anything could happen. Anything can happen.
Driven up the field. Who's first to react to it? Kilkenny have possession. It's with the substitute. They're going forward. It's with another substitute. driven inside, dangerously so. Ronan is following this one in, out off her line very sharply is the Cork goalkeeper Jill Connaughton. It's not a great connection though, picked up by Kilkenny on the far over side, and they're going forward. Are they going for the juggler? She's met very, very hard, but not fair according to the referee. It's going to be a free in. Cork supporters incensed at that. It seemed to be very, very high indeed, but certainly drew the free very well there. A combination of, I think it was Julie Lennon was fouled there in the end, was it? There's two Cork players down on the ground.
Julie Lennon was fouled in the end, but like, I mean, it's, I told you, I don't think it's going to happen in this match. It is so unpredictable, and we have no previous form to base it upon. So as such, they're two completely unknown entities, only what they've seen from live streaming.
You'd have to give credit to Kilkenny, 5 points down entering injury time, and they haven't given up the ghosts. In fairness, it's been unbelievable. I'm not sure, 3 minutes of additional time, yeah, thanks to...
Still allowing for a little bit, probably.
Still allowing maybe for that. There is a Cork player down on the ground as well, which...
so what would you go for?
Allow
Point,
for this.
point or goal?
I think you'd be tapping this one over, and the referee is going to be playing, I'd say, I'd imagine another 2 minutes or so anyway, so... Now look, it's easy to say it from up here, Paula, we're not in the white heat of battle, but...
I'd probably actually go for it.
Right. Well, you're speaking from experience, you have the All-Ireland medals in your back pocket, so...
It's been a long time. We were just saying, I think it's a long time since Kilkenny actually last won under 16 All-Ireland. Underage, even though we've been going well, we've been knocking into All-Ireland all the time.
Cork are making another substitution.
Number 17 is going on.
Is this a substitution to try and wind down the clock?
Maeve de Burka.
So it'll be interesting to see here. Lauren Rowan, I saw her have a chat with the referee there, and was she told this is last chance, or does she tap it over the bar? And Cork are making a double substitution now. You'd have to say, is this being done just to wind down the clock?
Number 3 is Sinead Hurley, has been replaced by...
And Sinead Hurley had some games. She had a mighty game.
And like, I mean, the last time Kilkenny won under 16 All-Ireland was 2008.
Right.
So even though people think we've been there, we've been in a lot of finals, but we actually haven't won.
Yeah, just get over the line is that.
Yeah. And then we have number 25, which is Amy Shepherd.
Amy Shepherd coming into the action of
and she's replacing Keely Goulding, who had a good game as well.
Yeah, now Lauren Ronan, I think, was just actually moved back out for that free a little bit there, so it is still a good distance out from goal, but the 34 minutes are almost played, 33 minutes, but the fact that there was stoppages and substitutions in that.
Seems a bit of confusion over the substitute.
Yeah, there seems to be, I don't know, are they talking to the player that was in there, Lauren Rowan? She seems to be having a go at it. She's blocked down. And it's turned over by Cork. They drive it back down with interest, but Kilkenny may win it back. Back with Lauren Phelan. She's been immense this afternoon. Down the line, gathered by Kilkenny. They're not giving up the goals, but they need to get this ball forward. It's prodded down the line. Cork are back there in numbers. The amateur whistlers are calling for John Dermody to blow the full-time whistle. This ball is inside off the keeper's hands. Ronan is not giving up the goals. Very, very close there. Jill Connaughton and Lauren Ronan battling for the ball, but it's the Cork keeper who comes out best with this one. Drives it down the line. It's very close to the sideline. Kilkenny have it back. Cork are tackling hard. Kilkenny, you feel, need a goal at this stage. It's with the danger player. It's with Ronan. Can she get inside the cover? Cork are back there in numbers. They turn it over. What an interception that is. Referee looking at the ball. Cork have it. They drive out with it. It's with the substitute. Sidestepping this way and that, and Cork relieve the pressure down the line as far as Connie O'Mahony, and the referee blows the full-time whistle. It's all over here, and Burr and Cork are the All-Ireland champions after a mighty, mighty tussle with Kilkenny, 2-12 to 2-10. Kilkenny, they were attacking when the whistle went. Cork just cut it out there the last few times. Both teams emptied themselves. It's a heartbreaking way to lose, but Cork edging it, but Paula, what a battle.
Brilliant game. Both teams gave 110%. I have to say, in all honesty, I think Cork missed a lot more than Kilkenny did. Kilkenny gave their all. It didn't seem to click as they had in the previous days. But Cork's, the pressure that they put on the Kilkenny backs again and again, and that twin threat of Fiona Tuig and Emily O'Donoghue, two big strong girls, they were fabulous. So I have to say, and under these conditions, both teams just did a great job.
Absolutely, in fairness, both sets of teams getting a round of applause, because that battle out there was just phenomenal, the intense heat and everything, and in fairness, the officials, everyone involved, not an easy day with the helmets on and that, but you know, they emptied themselves, and a 2-point game, nothing between the teams.
Nothing between the teams, and Cork well-deserving winners, but I'm sure the Kilkenny girls will go back and regroup, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see these playing in 2 years' time in the minor All-Ireland.
Yeah, it certainly will be very, very interesting indeed, because there was just 2 points in it in the end. Cork were 5 up, looked maybe to be coasting, maybe should have pushed on. Back came Kilkenny then with that goal of their own, a brilliant finish as well by them for that goal, and Lauren Ronan, who certainly is a star of the future, and they were throwing everything at it. But in fairness to the Cork backs, they defended those last few moves really well as well.
Definitely, but I have to say the fielding today, I just can't get over it. There was some fabulous catching. Ava Fitzgerald was catching there. Rose Kelly caught a couple. Rachel Dowling. You also had Millie Condon. Super. Just was really, really good. Just seemed to cover every blade of grass. But the day that was in it, probably, could have been maybe a step too far for Kilkenny, but they can hold their head up high because they did a great job today.
Absolutely, yeah. So, no, thanks very much indeed. And Paula, I suppose at this stage we'll thank you for your excellent analysis as always. And you never know, we might sign you up for another game or two. But really enjoyed your company.
I'm afraid I'll be busy now for the next few weeks. We're heading on. We're due to play Waterford on the August Bank Holiday weekend in the minor All-Ireland.
Very good. You were involved with that team.
Involved with the minor
Great
county.
stuff.
So hopefully, wouldn't we love if we could get one of our underage and our minor teams to an All-Ireland like this, and hopefully maybe take it on to the next step.
Yeah, absolutely superb indeed. So Paula, thanks for your company this afternoon.
problem.
Really enjoyed it. So thanks very much for that. We will be taking in the post-match presentation very, very shortly indeed. But Cork have claimed victory here by 2-12 to 2-10 in Birr. We'll have the presentation to come very, very shortly. Perfect. Thanks for that. Excellent, excellent. Enjoyed it. We got through it anyway. Which?
Did you pick player of the match?
Millie Gordon and Fiona Tuhig. No, just for a moment. Just for a moment. We're ready. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Just to say, to catch our breath, that was a super game. It was really outstanding. The first duty today is to thank our sponsors, Tesco's, for all of their support throughout the under-16 competition, and to announce the player of the match, who will be presented by a Cork man, Donald Cronin from Tesco's, is going to present the player of the match to the number 11 from Cork, Fiona Toohey.
Congratulations. Where about you from?
Valley Rovers. Yeah.
I'm a Kentucky fan.
Oh, very good, actually.
Well done, congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Enjoy the moment.
I'll try my best.
Here on the mantelpiece.
Yeah. Maybe it's the start today.
It's just a start.
Yeah.
Well done.
I better not drop it.
I'd just like to say thank you to both teams. I know we say it often, but I'm not sure that we'll see a better standard of camogie this year if it's in senior championship, minor or under 16. But that was an absolutely outstanding display of camogie. And sometimes people say that camogie is not the game that it was on occasion. And I'm going to put it up to anybody to watch that game back and tell me that the skills of camogie are not the best they ever were, because every single one of you under 16 players were outstanding. You have brought enormous pride throughout this championship, not just to your families, not just to your clubs, but to your counties. And I say also to the Camogie Association. So I hope each and every one of you know the difference you make every time you step on that pitch. That was superb. So well done, girls. I'd like to thank Burr for all of their assistance once again. I'd like to thank John Dermody and all of his match officials. He did an outstanding day again today. I'd like to say to Kilkenny that hold your heads up, because you will be back, and you'll be back with a vengeance. So to Kilkenny, well done today. Really, really superb. Well done. It gives me enormous pleasure to present the Under-16 Camogie All-Ireland to the Cork captains. Well done, Cork.
A Glocka, less on Corking.
At least you got that highlight there. I'd just like to start by thanking Kilkenny. Today's All-Ireland final had to be made up of two teams, and Kilkenny were obviously the team here today, so 3 cheers there for Kilkenny. Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Look, to start there, obviously it couldn't go much far without our mentors. I have to thank everybody. The commitment from the start when we could get going after COVID was absolutely unbelievable. And without them, we couldn't get here at all today. We wouldn't even get halfway across the road, if you ask me, without what we had today. So I'd just like to thank them first of all. Next, I suppose we wouldn't be able to tug out with much of a team if we didn't have the girls. So from 1 to 30, absolutely unbelievable for every girl. Commitment, everything throughout the year. You just couldn't thank them enough or fault them. The parents. And I suppose then, like, you can't really forget about the parents, can you? You wouldn't get too far either without them if they couldn't drive us. So I certainly wouldn't be walking or cycling. So it's very handy to have them there, right, for a few spins over the year. So just like to thank the parents as well for all their commitment. Oh yeah. I suppose the game couldn't be played if we didn't have Burr, so I just like to thank everybody working here, the referee, umpires, linesmen and the ground officials for having the pitch in absolute great condition. It couldn't be any better and the weather was absolutely on our side today, so I just like to thank them lastly. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I better thank our sponsors. Sorry, Dodie. I'd like to thank Black Bee for the sponsorship as well. So, you want to take the cup? Oh, off again. When you take that side.
Easy. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah! Sorry, drop it. Yeah.
Yeah, so the presentation has just been made there to the joint Cork captains, Fiona Tuig and Millie Condon. And also you see there, Fiona Tuig was given the Man of the Match award. He was given the she was given the Man of the Match, or the Player of the Match, I should say, excuse me, award. And we will be getting some post-match reaction there from the Cork manager, Donny Daly, who will be joining us very, very shortly indeed. We're also going to be catching up with Millie Condon and Fiona Tuig. Big thanks as well to Paula Murphy of Kilkenny, who joined us on co-commentary this afternoon for her expert opinion and analysis, and also to Willie O'Mahony on camera and the production and streaming done by Tomás Rua O'Kyla here this afternoon. So we will be bringing you some post-match reaction very, very shortly indeed. Do indeed stay tuned to that. But what an effort, what a brilliant game of camogie here this afternoon, as Cork came out on top at 2-12 to 2-10, the full-time score, as everyone draws breath after what was a real exhilarating encounter. So just do indeed stay tuned. We will have the post-match analysis to come very, very shortly indeed. That's been organised there now, but overall, what a standard of camogie. It certainly goes to show the game of camogie is alive and well, and many of these Cork and Kilkenny players no doubt will go on to play senior, in fact minor, senior all the way up as well over the next while. So we'll certainly be keeping an eye on that. So we will make our way down to the pitch for some post-match reaction from today's All-Ireland final, with the Cork manager and indeed the joint captains of Cork as well.
I'm a bit the same, Marie, to be honest.
Great standard of camogie here, and great standard as well here in Burr. We're just back out on pitch side there. There's some photos being taken now of the Cork team, and we'll bring you that interview very, very shortly indeed. And Cork supporters, All Ireland Glory, always a special moment. I suppose they're used to it in Cork, but they're just getting their photo taken here now with the supporters and proud parents and brothers and sisters who have put so much into it. I suppose they do a lot of the unselfish work behind the scenes, and they're certainly going to enjoy this moment, getting the post-match picture there. The phones are out. I'm sure they'll be over social media and all that later on this evening. And we know you're going to. We'll be chatting with the Cork manager, Donny Daly, very, very shortly indeed. And we'll also be getting the joint captains of Cork as well. That is Fiona Tuig and Millie Condon. Fiona picking up the Man of the Match award, of course. Powerful performance at centre half forward from her. So we'll be grabbing them very, very shortly indeed. Cork the victors in the end by 2 points. 2-12 to 2-10. Absolutely cracking game of camogie. All the skills, as we said, were really exemplified big time this afternoon. And I do believe Donny Daly, the Cork manager, is making his way over. We'll have him very, very shortly now. Indeed, Kilkenny are away to our other side here. It's just real despair, I suppose, for them. But they can be really, really proud of their of their efforts. So we are joined now. Congratulations, Donny Daly, the Cork manager. Donny, I suppose, really hot day for hurling, but what a battle between both teams. You must be over the moon to come out on top.
Oh my God, Kevin, it's such a game. Obviously a brilliant game. Brilliant game for the neutrals. Not so much for...
Sorry, we'll just get the mic move a bit closer there as well. Yeah. So now we should be all right there.
Yeah, you okay? Yeah.
Now we should be right there, Donny. Sorry, yeah. So as you say, what a game to win, what a battle, and both sides, they left everything out in the field.
Oh, they did. Unbelievable game for the neutrals. Not so much for us on the sideline. The two teams, they gave everything. They put it, they left nothing behind them. All the subs that came on. It was a real tough day, and nothing in it. And we knew there wouldn't be. We've been out now 4 weeks in a row, and this has been by far our toughest game, Kevin. By far.
And the standard, though, Donny, the high fielding, the blocking, the hooking, it was absolutely intense all over the field. That heat, it must have been so tough.
Yeah, it was unbelievable to say that they could do that. Look, we know how good these girls are. We've won games well. We've only had these girls for 9 weeks, but they came to us, and they were good when they came to us. And we basically facilitated them with training. We fine-tuned them. They're superb athletes. Every single one of them are superb athletes. The level of skill today, in that heat, to be out here, you wouldn't believe it unless you were here. And it's a testament to both teams to put on in that kind of display in those conditions.
And the work he put in, say the girls put in, I know they mentioned it there in their speech that, in terms of during the lockdown, the work they put in themselves, they came back to Eden in the right shape, and then games coming thick and fast. It has been a kind of a short campaign, but they've put in some effort.
Unbelievable. We came together on the 16th of May for trials. So today was actually 9 weeks. So we've had those girls for 9 weeks. Normally when we won in 2019, we had those girls for 9 months. And that team out there, that level of skill and commitment, we would have been delighted with 9 months training to see that, and they did it in 9 weeks. And it's a testament to the girls, and we always referred back to the 2019 team during our training. And we asked those girls to build a legacy for themselves, not to be looking back at 2019, the last team that won. And now all those girls have an All-Ireland medal. But it's not about them winning an All-Ireland medal. It's great to win an All-Ireland medal. But my daughter said to me last week, she's on the panel here, she's had the best 2 months of her life. The memories she's had, the friends that she's made over the last 2 months. And that's what it's all about. It's great to win an All-Ireland. But if 30 of those girls can go away after today saying that this was the best time of their life, then myself and the management team, we've done our job.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. And you were 5 points up, I suppose, heading down the home straight, and you probably missed a few scores, probably could put it one further ahead. Then Kilkenny got that goal. It was a real grandstand finish.
We were looking. It was great for the neutrals. We probably had enough chances to put it away earlier. But again, look, championship heat. When you're out there, things don't go to plan. And had some of those points gone over, it might have been different towards the end. But look, that's championship camogie, championship hurling. And you have to, I suppose, account for it. And our girls stood up when it was counted last 2, 3, 4 minutes. There was girls falling there with the heat, and they did what was asked of them.
Yeah, certainly did indeed. Final point then, I suppose, All Ireland titles. Great to see the supporters back here in the ground as well today. I know we streamed the game as well today, but there are special moments, especially at this age group, that it's that time that you're breaking into maybe minor adult teams, but to win an All Ireland title is special.
It's brilliant, Gavin. As I said, the last team in 2019, that was the first team that had won an All-Ireland for Cork in 16 years. So they're only the second team in nearly 20 years to win an All-Ireland for Cork. So there's not a whole pile of players in Cork with an under-16 All-Ireland medal, and those girls will cherish it. But they've put in the work. But more so, it's the memories that they'll have from these last 9 weeks and the friendships that they've made. That's what really it's all about.
Absolutely. So a good ending, and
a great ending.
Some of these guys will drive on, play minor, play senior for Cork.
Without a doubt. You'll see all those girls again. You'll see a Fiona Toohey, you'll see a Millie Condon, you'll see a Shauna Sheehan. All those girls will represent Cork at the highest level.
Great stuff, Tony. Congrats again.
Listen, thanks very much. Appreciate it.
So thanks very much for that. We might bring in the Cork joint captains as well, and we have the man of the match. So if you just face up to the camera there, guys, into that mic there. We're joined by wait till I get my list now. I have Millie Condon and the centre forward Fiona Toohey, who was awarded the player of the match. So Fiona, I might start with yourself. What a battle. First of all, it must have been playing in that heat with those helmets on. I didn't envy that, looking out at you there.
Oh Jesus, it was very hard, alright. Like as I said, it was the first weekend, we've got a bit of sun now, so it was extra hard to just adapt with it.
Right. Absolutely, and you picked up player of the match. You scored, I think it was 1-3 you got in total, and in around the edge of the square there as well. You were a real threat anytime the ball went in there.
Yeah, look, I suppose all the forwards worked really well, and I got a few wides there that could have been executed on another day as well. Like, so there's plenty to work on, I think, going forward again. Like, we have the Munster final or Semi final left. Hopefully we get it to the final. But like, look, it was good there. Alright, the balls came my way, and I was happy enough.
Yeah, but to win an All-Ireland title as well with what you've put into it, and the parents and the few supporters back in the ground as well, it must be special.
Yeah, look, it's everything you dream of once you start out playing camogie, like, is to get to an All-Ireland final, or even just to play with Cork is something absolutely amazing. Like, the competition at home is getting bigger every year. Every year goes on, there's more and more girls coming through, so it's just an honour, to be honest, to be here.
Absolutely. And player of the match then, to just top it off?
We strive anyway to win first, so this is just doubling off anyway.
Yeah, great stuff. So we might bring in Millie then as well, wing back. You covered every blade of grass there today. Millie, you must have really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was very fun.
Just lower that mic there a little bit. I know you're alright, go on, work away.
It was very good now, yeah.
Alright, we got the thumbs
up. It was fairly hot, but sure, we did our job and we came out the good end of it anyway, so we're doing well.
Yeah, and both teams, it was kind of quite a direct style today. It probably wasn't the day for running with the ball. There was some great striking. All the skills were in evidence, I suppose, weren't they?
Yeah, it was very open play today. Like, ball to the hand was crucial, really, and just precise ball really would do the job. No running really inside in this weather.
And you were 5 points up. I was just saying to Tony there, heading down to home straight, it looked as if maybe you were kind of well on your way. Then Kilkenny got that goal, and all of a sudden it's back to a 2-point game. What was going through your head at that stage?
Well, I was just scared when the ball came in 1-on-1. I didn't know what to do, but sure, it happened, and we kept the ball tipping over then to make sure they didn't get anything more. Yeah, absolutely, and it's a great feeling. I suppose I know you have a few supporters back here and family members for what you've put into it in terms of the training you did, I suppose, during the lockdown and came back in, and now to win an All-Ireland special, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose with the year that's in it, it was a shorter season, so that means we didn't have as much time really to get prepared or whatever. But as all the trainers are saying, we'd have a team normally for about 8 months before we start doing it, and we dealt well with the 8 or 9 weeks that we had, and I'd say that we trained well and we're where we are now, so we mustn't be doing too badly. Great stuff, and I'm sure your aim and ambition now is to push on as well. There'll be plenty of these girls in Cork and Kilkenny side will push on and play senior now, hopefully, in the next few years. Fingers crossed, yeah. Great stuff. Well, we'll leave it at that. Millie and Fiona, thanks very much for joining us. Much appreciated. Getting a hug off the manager there, so thanks very much. Congratulations, girls, on that. So that's where we'll sign off from Burr in County Offaly this afternoon. I was trying to think of where I was for a second there. Cork are the Tesco All-Ireland Under-16 A champions for 2021 after a mighty battle here with Kilkenny. A superb standard of camogie. Congratulations to Cork. Once again, the full-time score, Cork 2-12, Kilkenny 2-10. We'll chat to you soon.